Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. We're live. It's Arsenal versus Manchester United. Strap your seatbelts on, get ready for the ride because this is reap the whirlwind time, Sheriff Brady. This is Manchester United needing the points, but also Arsenal needing the points as well. I'm going to call it the power button game because if you lose this game, your power button on your phone goes off for a long, long time. It's not a game you want to lose for many reasons. For rivalry, for where we are in the league, but also for the immense amount of shite we will get if we lose this game. I hope that the players understand it. They certainly didn't understand it on Wednesday night, and I hope that they do understand it tonight. This is huge, and Manchester United definitely need to turn up, respond, and not finish this game in any semblance to how they finished the game against Sheffield United, because Sheffield United was bad enough. Sheffield United was bad enough, but losing to this lot will be 10 times as worse. So we've got to react. And however he's going to go with the team news, and there is some early team news. There is some talk that potentially Martial may not start. We know that Diallo will not be involved. Some people would have liked Diallo to be involved, myself included, but we know that that won't be the case because we know that he played for the under-23s and was fantastic. For anybody who's not seen it, he was fantastic today. And I think that, personally, I wouldn't have minded him being involved, but he's not going to be involved in this game, and we've got to go with what we've got now. Whether Anthony Martial deserves to start, open for debate. Of course it is, but in the grand scheme of things, we go with what we've got. We go with how we go, and we go to win this game. The power button derby, we're calling it. Arsenal, Manchester United. Win, and the night is yours. Saturday night, dance, I like the way you move. Wigfield time. You lose, it's the power button, and it's off. And that's what we're calling it, the power button derby. I'm going to go 3-2 to Manchester United. I think after the Sheffield United game, I was quite low key and deflated. As I said to Robbie last night, I was like an egg watching a horror movie. I was shell shocked, but a little bit later the bravado comes back, and ultimately there's no point in being real in this game. There's too much at stake. You can't sit here and go, "Oh, I think Arsenal might dominate us." I can't have that, and the players can't have that either. Karan says that Martial has not run more than 9 kilometres any game. Sulks when his competition, sulks after losing the ball. Do you think he's a Premier League winning striker? And Greg Basham says, I'm looking for a reaction from the players after that utter shambles. They have to be 100% locked in. Cheers, Mark, says Greg Basham. Thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $sign. Thanks everyone who's getting involved early. Remember to smash a like on the video, of course, and lots to get involved with. Of course, we've got the United Stand picks. Now, let me just see if I can get into United Stand picks, because then I can show you what it's all about. Let me just see. Would be, I think it's that. Let me see if it logs me in. Okay, so United Stand picks, link is in the video description. How this works is you get 12 questions. There's an active live leaderboard during the game. We've got a £1,000 cash prize pot, which is why you've got to be over 18 to play it. Link is in the video description. Free to enter. You've just got to be over 18. Terms and conditions are there, and please play responsibly. But effectively, how this works if you've never played before, and if you've already downloaded it, you can just play every single game that we do it. So we're doing it for the Arsenal game, United Stand picks. Question 1 is, will Manchester United beat Arsenal? Yes or no? If you get that right, you get a point. Will Man United score in the first 75? No, it's not. It's will Man United score when will Man United score, actually? And it's like between 75 to 90 minutes, etc., etc. How many goals will Man United score? Will Man United score in the first half? Yes or no? Will Edison Cavani score? Yes or no? So there's 12 questions, yes or no, really. And the person who gets the most points wins 500 quid. And if you come second, you win 250 quid. And if you come third, it's 100 quid. And I think if it's fourth, that's 50 quid. And if my maths are right, that's a £1,000 cash prize pot. So link is in the video description to play. Free to enter. You must be over 18, but it's something you can get involved in during the game. You've got up until a minute before kickoff to enter. Obviously, once it's kicked off, you can't enter. But all those questions are match specific. So you can be keeping your eye on the live leaderboard, how you're doing with your points. A lot of people having a lot of fun with it. As I said, you've got to be over 18 because we are giving away cash prizes for it. But the link is in the video description. It is free to enter. Download it, give a go. You've got until kickoff to play it. And of course, we do it most weeks now as well. So once you've downloaded it, you can play every week for free. Hi, Mark. Will you call my mates Dan Morton and Nathaniel Fantanel and Andy Hill proper prats? Big result needed, says Kieran Maloney. Shout out to Reece Dawson. He's 11 years old. He's a centre-back for my team. He's the new Vidic. Sign him up for United, Jeff. And hey, Mark, just a general question. When you're bringing back the Kit Locker United Stand Adidas kit, says Carson Badley. Well, we need to bring back a United Stand football team before we do that. But welcome to the Members Club Data Photo Pipat. Welcome, thank you very much for joining. You can do that by clicking the join button. And also, Goldbridge, excited for today. I hope you're well, says PJ Pennington. I'm very, 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 very excited for this game. Some people would say a little bit too excited, but can you be too excited in a game like this? I'm not so sure that you can. I think that winner takes it all, the loser's standing small. It's a famous ABBA line, and it will work on this show. I do believe so. Yeah, I think that look, a draw wouldn't be the end of the world for either side, but I think we do need to win. I think we do, but we'll see. Hey Mark, can we get a shout out to Joe Hugel and Amad Diallo for absolutely destroying Liverpool in under-23s? Also your team predictions, says Sashin. Well, that's the team that I would like to see. This is the team I would like to see on the left-hand side of me, Sashin. I don't think we will see that team. I think we'll see McFred playing today. If I'm honest with you. But no, big shout out to Diallo. Fantastic. And you know what? Hugel brought him in from Sunderland. Tall lad. He's doing fantastically well. You know, we've got two really good strikers coming through. Under 23s, Hugel, and Charlie McNeil, under 18s. I mean, look, you know, I'm sure that they're aware of each other, and I'm sure that they're aware of first team football at Manchester United. And I hope they keep scoring the goals because you know, the more top talent we've got coming through, the better. So fantastic. Great game by Diallo and the other lads, says DM7. And hi Mark, I'm watching City versus Sheffield winning 1-0. I have got that on the screen for you as well. I will keep you up to date. I'm just having to run around through a few apps here because sometimes you do get updates on scores and things like that. So I'm just keeping an eye out. On what's going on. Okay, that's fine. It's my birthday tomorrow, Mark. Hope United win and give the best player gift, best birthday gift. Love the channel, Mark. Well, you know what I've spent my afternoon doing this afternoon? I've played a bit of pro clubs on FIFA. Goldbridge is back. But what I've also spent a bit of time doing as well is looking back. And look, I don't think United players would do this. But as a United fan, I've done it. I went back to AFTV clips when they beat us 1-0. And I say clips. I went back to their watch-along. And I went back to their match reactions. And I watched it. And I saw the dancing. I saw the abuse. I saw the delight. I saw the comments about Fred, about Pogba, about Penandes, about McTominay. I saw the abuse and I saw it all and I thought, you know what? I wish I was on that bloody pitch because that's all I need. That's all I need to ram it right down their throat so hard that it's coming out their arse. And I mean words, not my fist. I'm not talking about fist in their arse or anything like that. I mean ram the words right down their throat so the words are coming out their arse. I would love to do that today, but I can't control that. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm passionate. I'm pumped up. I'm like a chainsaw. You know, when you're pulling the chain, I'm ready. I'm ready for action. But United have got to be the petrol to get this chainsaw cutting through those bloody small gets. That's all I can say. So I'm pumped up. I'm ready to pump it up. You've got to pump it. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up like a bloody Lilo. I'll tell you that for free. But I don't know what the players are going to do. And I spoke about this after the Sheffield United game. I don't trust those players. So can they come back and can they deliver? Or will they go there and play passive-aggressive shit? I want them to be up for it like I would be up for it on the pitch. Reality is, City are consistent. Their goal difference is over 4 matches, beats us all season. Can't see them having another bad run, says Lee Preston. Well, look, title races, etc., they all depend on whether Manchester United can win today. If we don't win today, then the gap's going to get big. And I've always said, if Liverpool or Man City get 7-8 points ahead of us, we won't catch them anyway. So we've got to win today. Hi Mark, it's my birthday today. Could I get a shout out? Hopefully you get the big win, says Tiago. Happy birthday, Tiago. Let's see how it is today. If we show up, we win. It doesn't matter what Arsenal do. Today's result is all down to what United turn up, says Sean Negative Turner. And thank you for the super chat, Aditya Charisia. You can do that through the $ if you wish. And I agree with Sean Negative Turner. I do agree with what he says. If Pogba turns up and Bruno turns up and Rashford turns up, we've won this game. If those 3 players have a good game, we've won the game. Literally those 3 players. Adding, because I know that Luke Shaw and Fred will make a massive difference. So all we need, I know Luke Shaw, well actually there's 3 players. I know Luke Shaw, Fred and Cavani will be consistently hard working. They will provide the base for the hard work. If Bruno, Pogba and Rashford provide their flair to those 3 players' hard work, that's 6 players. I mean, if anyone else wants to come to the ride, if Wan-Bissaka wants to jump on the train and Maguire and whoever's playing off the right or McTominay, whoever, that's great. But I'm telling you now, Fred, Shaw and Cavani, you can pretty much guarantee, and I'm not jinxing them, but they've been so consistent this season. We just need Pogba, Bruno and Rashford along for the ride, and I think we'll win this game. But it won't be easy. I mean, Arsenal always raise it against us, and let's not forget, this isn't the team, it's not a league team or anything like that. I have heard rumours that we're going to be very happy with the team, but I don't know what that means. There are rumours on social media from people who know the team, you're going to be very happy with the team, but I've not been given the team, and I don't know what that means. Chubba says McFred might start today. Well, that's the team that would make me the most happy, but I'm wondering I think when people are saying you'll be happy with the team, that the team will be McFred with Pogba off the right. But that doesn't make me happy. I don't want Pogba off the right wing. So tomorrow's my birthday, Mark. Hope we get the win, says Path. And welcome to the Members Club, Leon Price. McFred might start today, says Chubba, which we've read out. And I think we will win, Mark, but I want to see the hunger to win from the players and the aggression from Bruno, which we couldn't see against Sheffield, says Oliver H., which I agree with. Mark, the amount of hate Martial is getting is disturbing. I don't see much difference between Tony and Rashford's performance against Sheffield United. It's just bias, says Ian. I know, I disagree to a certain extent. I think Martial was worse than Rashford, but Rashford was bad. So, it is a bit over the top, you're right. But, Martial was worse, but, Rashford wasn't much better. Bailly to start, maybe, says Sean Negative Turner. Yeah, I mean, look, actually, all I can say is that there is a few rumours on there that the team for this evening's game will make people very, very, very happy. But different people are going to be happy about different things. So for me, what would make me happy is Bailly with Maguire, Pogba with Fred, and no McTominay and no Lindelof. Not because I dislike them, but just that would be my best team. Everyone's got a best 11, but I don't think we'll see that. Might be a bit off topic, but can we trust the board if we get rid of Pogba? I understand the criticism, but Pogba leaving might cause more problems, says Ricky916. Can you say happy birthday to my best friend Nikki, says the Dragon Muncher. And Ranger says, thoughts on Odegaard. Also, could you please call my friend Herman a Pratt? Keep up the excellent work. Thank you, Ranger Ragnar, sorry. And Martial has been bad for months. The benefit of the doubt has gone. There is no excuse for lack of effort, says Connor Buckley. I mean, what I would say about Martial, just very quickly, because it's a very relevant point before the actual team news comes out. Get ready, says Zayn Miassi. I wonder if Zayn's not with us after 10 minutes on the live stream, that's a good news. If he's still with us in the final 10 minutes, we're screwed. That's all I'll say about Zayn and his super chats today. On Anthony Martial, one of my favourite players at the club, the lowest mark I've ever given him on Wednesday, 1 out of 10 on the player ratings. I wouldn't even have him in the matchday squad today for that performance, but it shows you how crap the backing of Solskjaer has been that he may even have to start Martial. I don't think he should. I think there has to be a consequence for a performance like that. You don't deserve to play in a big game like this. There needs to be a bit of a punishment, that you don't play like that and you have to wait for your chance now, and you'd hope when you bring him on again you get a different Martial. But I think it just shows that the lack of depth we've got in the attack means that Martial could start. I'm not convinced he will start, but he could start. He didn't play well the other day. But of more interest for me, if Martial starts, I want to, and Martial plays well, I don't know what anyone's moaning about. Get out my fucking way, you tosspot piece of shit wire. I'll tell you what, we're gonna have some fun tonight if we start losing. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. I'm either way. I'm at the top of a steep mountain, and I could slip either way. Could this mean Van der Beek starts on the right wing? Says Hummish. Yeah, I didn't even think about Van der Beek. But there's two things I want to say. Arsenal have played Manchester United twice with Arteta and Solskjaer as managers. We've not scored in either of those games. That's 1 point. We've lost both of those games. That's 2 points. And the last time we lost away was Arsenal over a year ago. That's 3 points. So there's a lot up for grabs here. Solskjaer's reputation. If you lose three times to Arteta without scoring and lose your away record, it's bigger than losing to Arsenal. If we lose to Arsenal tonight, it's terrible losing to Arsenal. But they'll also be saying, Arteta's got Ollie on toast. There'll be cans of beans with Ollie on it and slices of toast that it'll be all like that. Hi Mark, hope you're well. I'm watching along from Australia in Melbourne. Kickoff is at 4:30 a.m. here, so I hope the lads kick on and put in a performance. Says Ross. Thanks for the super chat, Ross. Hi, can you please call my friends Chloe and Prava Pratt because they both were in my room, says Aiden 10. And hopefully, what were they doing in your room? My mind was wandering. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Hopefully Fred starts today. We've lost 7 games in all competitions this season, and in 5 games Fred didn't start. He's so underrated, says Luke. And every player needs to turn up today. Has to be a perfect game, mate. Hope there's a few beers open for the watch along, says Philip Burtonwood. And our last away loss was Liverpool, not Arsenal, Mark, says Thomas. Oh, all right. You have to be a joy killer, don't you? But what I'm trying to say is that it's still true that we've lost twice to Arteta and we haven't scored. Hi Mark, where you think Arsenal will finish? Says Alex Jessup. I think we're not an Arsenal fan channel, we're a Manchester United fan channel, but it's a massive game for Arsenal as much as it is today. Thanks for super chat, Callum Turner. Greetings from Jamaica, Mark. First time super chat. Use Diallo Panenka at it. What a start from him, says Leon Price. Yeah, I want to see Diallo in a Manchester United first team shirt. I mean, just very, very quickly on Diallo, if you're not aware, he's played very, very well for Manchester United under 23s today. Very, very well. He looks a class above. I'm not saying put him in the first team. I'm saying put him in the first team. But I'm not saying it because of the under 23s performance. I thought that anyway. From the feedback I've had and a few other people have had, he's tearing it up in the training with the first team anyway. Get him involved. You can't watch an under 23s game and say, oh, he's got to play for the first team, because you could say that for the young striker Hugel. He's scored loads of goals for under 23s. So do you want him in the first team as well? He's got as much right. But I think I'm not going to say because he played well for the under 23s get him in the first team. I just think there's enough around him to get him anyway in the first team. We've seen Rashford has put in multiple performances. Martial puts one in on Wednesday, and now he shouldn't be in the matchday squad, says Ninja Smurf United. No, I think Martial's put in a few really, Ninja Smurf United, to be fair. But you raise a good point. But what I'm saying is everyone's got their own opinion. I'm not telling you. I'm not scrutinising anybody who says I would start Martial. That's your opinion. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, Anthony Martial's performance against Sheffield United was abysmal. It was absolutely abysmal, and there's got to be a reason for that, because it's unacceptable. So for me, and I don't know what the full circumstances are, but I would, if I was the coach, be not picking him today and making him fully aware why that was. That I never, and it doesn't matter whether your name's Anthony Martial, Scott McTominay, or bloody Harry Maguire. If you put in a performance like that, a 1 out of 10, you're not playing the next game. But, Ollie has managed these problems better than I would have done, and I trust him to get it right. Gunnar the Bauble says, is welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for joining in. And Lee Preston says, Luke Shaw's my player of the season. Rashford is class, but Bruno and Cavani have a work rate like no others. They want this race. Why are heads down? They've got to get those heads up. It's Goldbridge world. We're just perhaps living in it, says John Nugent. Thanks for the super chat there, John, as well. Please smash a like on the video if you're watching, by the way. I love Martial, but sometimes getting on the bench works. Look at Pogba. By the way, my name is pronounced George. George Montoya, thank you very much. And congratulations on your road to 1 million. Hope we get the win today. Love from Bangalore. India, says Sharan. And any transfer news today to lighten the mood, says Humish. What do you mean lighten the mood? There's nothing. We don't need to lighten the mood. We don't need to heighten. See what that says there? Can you see it? Let me go to this other camera. I'm well happy with this. Look. Personalised Lyle and Scott top. And I'm wearing it for luck. I'm wearing it for luck. I'll never wear it again if we lose. Stretch Bridge. Yeah, look. Palace have just scored against Wolves. This is a huge game. This is the games you watch football for. This is why we love sport. This is why we love Manchester United, because this is a massive, massive game. And we got to win. We got to win. Apparently, I've is it not Bangalore then? Have I pronounced that wrong? I don't know. I get names and players all wrong all the time. I don't know. So yeah, this is what makes me laugh, right? Somebody has put out. So Jonathan Schrager, who's on Twitter, he sometimes gets team news early. He tweets out 20 minutes ago, everyone's going to be really happy with this team, right? And this is what I mean. Why put a tweet out like that? Why say everyone's going to be happy with the team? And then 20 minutes later, he says, I'm told that Lindelof partners Maguire and McTominay plays with Fred. Like, 80% of the fan base is not happy then, are they? Just because you think you can read the fan base that they're going to be happy, that doesn't make the fucking fan base happy, does it? Well, I mean, it's just a stupid... I'll just read the tweet here. So he says... From what I hear, you will be satisfied with the Manchester United team today. Half an hour ago, right? From what I hear, you will be satisfied with the Man United team today, right? 2 minutes ago, I'm told that Lindelof partners Maguire and we've got a midfield trio of Fred, McTominay and Pogba with Cavani starting up front. Yeah. Talk about not actually knowing your own bloody fan base. I mean, just don't say anything. Just say... This is what I'm told the team is. Don't say you're going to be satisfied, because I've been looking on social media. People are thinking McTominay's not starting. It's Bailly at the back. Van der Beek's on the right wing. You've got none of that. None of it. Jesus Christ. That, to me, that's trolling people, that is. Don't say you're going to be really satisfied with the team and then tell us the team everybody bloody knew it would be anyway. So let me just change this, because... To be honest with you, I predicted this anyway, didn't I? I predicted this was going to happen, and it looks to me like Mason Greenwood will not be starting. Where is Mason? Mason out, and Pogba will drift here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to pick the same teams that we picked against Liverpool. It'll be like that. That's how we're going to line up, I think. That's how we'll line up. I'm pretty convinced with that. Yeah, I think that will be it. Bruno will start, definitely. Ollie picks his mates, not the best team to win games. That's why we'll never win a trophy, says Rosie RK. Elite team is De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, Pogba, Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford, Cavani. I wish it was Said, but you're wrong. There's no way. That is not right at all. Don't listen to Said and his made-up team, because that's not... going to be right. I would trust Jonathan on the team news that he's got, and that's the team pretty much, I think, missing one or two, but definitely Lindelof and McTominay starting. I would trust him on that. I just don't bloody trust him saying that we'll all be satisfied. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied with that team. I'm certainly not angry. I don't do that anymore. I think we're in a really good position in the league, and I think that team can win. But it's not a team that I'd say I'm satisfied with. It's not a team that I like. So yeah. Arsenal are going to win, says, I can't pronounce your name. Maybe get a better username that can be run. Satisfied equals Shaw, Maguire, Bailly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Cavani. Come on, United, says Ninja Smith United. I would agree with that. When somebody says you'll be satisfied with this team that's going to be picked today, it doesn't include Lindelof at centre-back and it doesn't include McFred. That's not satisfaction. That's concern. I think we can still win with that, but it's another very defensive side. Lyle in Goldbridge, do you play Fantasy Premier League? Says Tao. I normally start the league and then I give up, which is basically what's happened again. But no, satisfied to me would be Bailly and Maguire and Pogba and Fred, and I would be satisfied with that because I don't like Paul Pogba not playing on the wing. So. But there you go. My score prediction, I'm going 3-2. Yeah. And Mark, I got confused when I came across one of your old videos that you were going to leave United stands, says Kevin. Okay, well done. And Mark, can you do a Bristol City career mode, says Julian. No, I don't really want to talk about that. Phil Jones deserves a start. I tell you what, if Phil Jones started at the moment, he'd be on crutches, wouldn't he? He's injured. And I think Pogba and Fred, then James starts, says Imran. Well, I'd be pretty confident that's going to be the team when you read between the lines. I think that's going to be pretty accurate, to be fair. So, yeah, I would go with that if I was you. I wish Martial played better. I don't think Martial will start for this game. I really don't. And McSauce should be captain, says Neil Sedgwick. Thanks to Scott McTominay's dad for joining us. And Sky Sports have apparently put the team out already. It is that team that I've got on the screen there. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Pogba, Fred, Fernandes, Cavani, Rashford. I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably the easiest United team I've ever had to do. I predicted it in the preview, and so it's come to pass. It's a very easy team to pick when you know what Solskjaer's like. He's never gonna go with anything different than that. My frustration is that he's moved Pogba out of position. But the confirmed team news is in via Sky Sports, and that is the team news that we have on the screen for you there. It is 4-2-3-1. I don't like Pogba playing on the right midfield either. I really don't. I think you're moving one of our best players out of position to accommodate McTominay. McFred means no goals and no wins, says Sem. And we need to win. Come on, United, says Kieran. Saka's on the bench and Martinelli is starting, says Evan Kennedy. We'll keep an eye out for the Arsenal team news, of course. It's a midfield trio, says FaZe United. Well, we'll see. I mean, look, I never... Look, what happened in the game against Sheffield United, people said Martial was on the left and Rashford was up front, and that wasn't the case, was it? So I don't believe all this nonsense about midfield trios, because so many diamonds, some people are saying it's a diamond. It could be. We'll have to wait till the game kicks off, but in the absence of any confirmation, and these, I think what people don't understand is they'll start coming on here saying it's a midfield trio, Goldbridge. It's a diamond, Goldbridge. But what they don't realise is many of us have been doing this for years. And, the United app will have it as a bloody diamond. Sky will have it as a trio. Another app will have it as something else. And then it will start the game and it'll be a 4-2-3-1. And what I would say is he played the diamond against Arsenal last time and we got absolutely owned. So I don't think he'll go with the diamond again. And as we know with Solskjaer, his favourite formation is a 4-2-3-1. And also, this team played against Liverpool and it played against Manchester City as well. It's a 4-2-3-1. and we drew with Liverpool, and we drew with Man City. And I think what people want to see, and I understand why they're saying it, you want to see a midfield trio because you desperately want to see Manchester United not drawing these games against the big teams. But until he changes that, and maybe today will be the change, maybe we will go to a trio, but the evidence doesn't suggest that. Until he changes his approach to these games, he talks about playing a high line. You can't play a high line with Lindelof and Maguire. It's impossible. He spoke about it in his press conference yesterday. We're trying to press higher up the pitch. We're trying to play a higher line. It's bullshit. You're not trying to play a higher line because you can't play a high line with Lindelof and Maguire. And you expose yourself anyway because Lindelof and Maguire are slow and you know that McFred are going to stand right in front of them. So we're not playing a high line. We're not looking to play a high press. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to play deep and try and hit them on the break. And I hope it works because I don't want to lose this game. But it is a risk again to play McFred because I think our record with McFred is pretty shit in the big games. But let's hope we can... Well, is it a big game? They're a mid-table team. Hi, Mark. Do you ever think of a Caribbean meetup like you do for Ireland? Says Liam Pride. I think about Caribbean meetups, Russian meetups. I think about Weatherspoons in Stoke meetups. But I can't do any meetups at the moment, Leon. I look forward to being able to do them. In my opinion, this game can be decided by what happens in the summer, says Diddy. Okay. Do you know the game will be over in the winter? But there you go. Joshua Bowwood. So have you seen Rick's most recent thread about 30 minutes ago explaining how Martial was the best player for us against Sheffield? Old age is getting to him. And I don't understand how you are capable to pick yourself up every day to make these shows. Much appreciation from a friend from Sweden, says Bjorn. Thank you very much for the super chats there. You can do that through the $sign if you want to do it. We should have the confirmed Manchester United side, but we've already got it anyway. We've had it in for a few minutes now. 2 + 2 is 4. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Cavani. So it's exactly as it is on the tin, on the screen. The bench is Henderson, Telles, Bailly, Twansebi, James, Matic, Van der Beek, Greenwood, Martial. So absolutely, there's no surprises in that team at all. That's exactly the team we thought he would pick, and that would be exactly the bench because Diallo was obviously playing for the under-23s today and Lingard's gone on loan. So there's no surprises on the bench. Williams is injured, so everybody on the bench is there who you would expect, and everybody in the starting lineup is as you would expect. I mean, what I would say is McTominay starting again. Let's not forget McTominay hasn't played well in a month. His last good game was against Watford. He's not actually played very well recently. That's the thing that worries me a little bit in this game. But the Arsenal team... sorry, no Mata. Mata's not on the bench. Sorry. I don't know. Mata's not on the bench, obviously, because Greenwood's on the bench. So no place for Juan Mata. The Arsenal side is out. Let me just tell you that. Leno in goal, Bellerin, Holding, David Luiz, Cedric. So they've gone with a back four, which is what Robbie predicted last night. So Leno, Bellerin, Holding, David Luiz and Cedric as their back four. No place for Tierney. Partey and Xhaka as the holding two. And then they've got Pepe, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Lacazette. With a bench of Renarsson, Gabriel, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Elneny, Willock, Odegaard, Willian and Nketiah. No Saka. So I don't know, and no Tierney. So that's a bit of a boost for us. Bit of a boost there. I tell you what, that's a bit of a biscuit boost. If anyone remembers biscuit boots or peanut boost, that is a bit of a boost for United. There is no Saka, and he's no Aubameyang. Obama who? Obama what? Obama nothing. He's not even there. But no Aubameyang, as we predicted there would be no Aubameyang, but we weren't 100% sure. No Tierney, he has been out recently, but no Saka is a real boost for us because he, for me, has been electric. I've been impressed with that Smith Rowe, but no Saka, I think he's a match winner. And I look at that Arsenal front four now, and I think, you know what? Look at our team compared to their team. Regardless of whether you like our team, man for man, is better than their team. Lacazette, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Pepe against Bruno, Pogba, Rashford, Cavani. Well, we win that on paper. Midfield, Xhaka and Pepe against McFred. I think actually, Xhaka and Partey against Fred. I think they're better than those two. But their back four, which has been doing very well, Bellerin, Holding, David Luiz and Cedric. We got to go there and win this game, people. We've got to go there and win there. I'm not getting overly confident. I'm not talking, out my arse. But I think we've got to go and win this game. And I think them not having Saka is a huge, huge boost, really. I reckon 3-2 United victory. Bruno to score the winner with a penalty. 90 plus 6, says every name waste. We will lose the midfield battle, says Ross. Nervous smart, Arsenal need the points. Dip in form will soon see us out of the top 4. Then we gamble trying to win the Europa, says Lee Preston. And I'm definitely not excited about McFred, but we need the defensive cover, and it looks like Ollie is playing for the 1-0. Glory, glory, says Nate Bennett. To be honest with you, I look at that Arsenal team, and I think we've gone a bit too defensive again with McFred. I really, really, really wish Pogba was playing centrally. Bayin Twansebi can't play from the back, so Lindelof plays and Matic played deep against Sheffield. We buy a new centre-back, instant big effect, says Akash. Manager hasn't got a clue, says David Redmond. So let us know what your thoughts are on the team. That is the confirmed team. My thoughts on the team, honest thoughts on the team, are that... my honest thoughts on this are that I wouldn't have played McFred. I knew he'd play... Well, look, there's 2 changes I would have made to that team. Bailly would have played instead of Lindelof, and Pogba would have played where McTominay is, and I would have put Van der Beek or Greenwood off the right-hand side, or Martial or something like that. So I wouldn't have played that. But we have got more attacking options on the bench. And I'm not surprised by that team that he has picked, and I'm not angry about that team because I expected that team, and I still expect it to win. But for me, I'll still stand by the things that I've always said. You will never win a league title with McTominay and Fred, and you will never win a league title with Lindelof and Maguire. But you can beat a mid-table team, and that's what Arsenal are. Please subscribe to the channel. We are 100 away from 971,000, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Ollie picking McFred is cowardly, way too safe, says Nate H. And thinking about other Premier League players I'd take at Man United, Partey comes to mind. I think he's holding midfielder who can do the McFred job alone, says Greg. We do need a holding midfielder who can do the job there alone, by the way. How would you rate McFred versus Donny Pogba? Moving back and put Greenwood up left, says Tony V. Bayin Twansebi can't play from the back. Actually, we've already read that from Akash. Bayi should have started, said somebody there. Would you rather have Rashford, says Richard. And Donny should get on at half-time. His one-touch passing will help us out a lot, says Joa. And for all his great qualities, Ollie's obsession with McFred and Maguire Lindelof is so frustrating, especially when he says he wants to play a high line, then picks a team that can't do it, says Steve Lebo. Yeah, I mean, look, I love Solskjaer, and I think he talks exactly what he wants to do. But then every time, you know, it's so... I don't know what the word is, because it's not contradictory, and it's not stupid, and it's not infuriating. It's just mixed messages, I suppose, because in his press conference yesterday he says we're working on pressing higher up the pitch and playing a higher line, and then in his very next game he picks 2 slow centre-backs who will play deep and 2 CDMs who will stand in front of them. We're not going to press high up the pitch, and we're not going to play a higher line. What I would say is we're away from home against the team that's going to attack us. So, but you know, it's still a choice, isn't it? Man City wouldn't go to Arsenal and play a deep defensive line, would they? It's that confidence to play a higher line. And maybe Solskjaer, I think what Solskjaer's reaction is, and I think he probably would have picked this team regardless if we'd beaten Sheffield United anyway, but I think he's got a faith in this team not getting beat, and he doesn't want to get beat. And he's probably about right there, isn't he? Because as much as it's been a bit shit against Chelsea and Arsenal and Chelsea and Man City and Liverpool with the 0-0s, we didn't get beat in any of those games. And after last Wednesday, he probably is like, I just don't want to get beat. I don't mind this lineup, but if it doesn't work, Ollie's got to change it at half-time and no later. We can win this, says Xander. I think we are going to win. I'm sticking with the win. I'm confident we're going to win, and I think we can win. If I keep saying win, it will happen. We're going to win in the Power Off Cup. If you're joining us a little bit late, this is the Power Off Cup. Basically, if you win, you dominate social media all weekend. If you lose, as soon as the final whistle goes, what you need to do is grab this thing. It's called a phone. On the side of mine, it's got a power button. You hold it down for a few seconds. Your phone goes off. You don't watch Match of the Day. And you put a film on and you pretend that football doesn't exist until we play next Tuesday night. So that's basically what happens if you lose. We have won many games with McFred, even against low block teams. I want quick subs, which Ollie never makes, says Akash. And this is shit from Solskjaer, but what is he supposed to do? No one performed for him. They like him, but no one but Shaw and Bruno really performed for him. I mean, McTominay, but what is his talent, says Bjorn. No, I think that I agree with you, Bjorn. I think what we're forgetting here is that we lost a game at the weekend. We lost the game against Sheffield United in midweek, and we need to get a result tonight. And I think he's gone back to players that he feels that he can trust in this sort of a game. So I think that's exactly what he's done there, to be honest with you. And I think that he will definitely go with players that he trusts in that sense, and that's what he's done. I hope it works, because I think that they will definitely they'll definitely be confident. They'll definitely be ready to have a go at us. And I think the first 20 minutes are key in this game. I don't think it's been mentioned enough, even though we mention it a lot. Arsenal, who gets control of the game in the first 20 minutes is really important. And now my prediction is that it'll probably be Arsenal, because I think the way we're going to play, they're going to try and hit us on the break. So I think that's the way they will play, to be honest with you. Come on, Man United, we're going to win this, says D22. I mean, surprisingly, Sheffield United are only losing 1-0 to Manchester City. But, you know, in a way, I'd rather Man City had won 6-0, because not only are Man City able to beat teams 4 or 5-0, they're also so good at the back that they can grind out these 1-0 wins. They're doing it all at the moment, Man City. They're firm favourites for the title. But look, we need to forget about titles, because if we want to win a title... If we really want to win a title, we've got to win today. It's as simple as that. No Saka, says Talon. Yeah, no Saka is a real boost for Manchester United. I'm not. You know. I'm not. I don't wish injury on anyone, but if he's out, isn't he? It's got to be a boost for United. It really is. I didn't expect Tierney to be involved anyway, Amner, because he's been out with injury anyway. But you know, no Saka. He played midweek. Saka, I said. No Saka. Anyway, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know what the story is with Saka. If anyone in the live comments knows, he's not even on the bench. It's too early to have my pyjamas on, Collie. It is only 20-5 in the UK, so I haven't got my pyjamas on. And anybody who wants Sheffield United to get a late equaliser, I wouldn't bet your mortgage on it. They've had 8% possession and there's 5 minutes to go. Martinelli will be feeding your fridge lots of Brazilian food. Gabriel should be playing, not Luis. Arteta, what are you smoking? You know what, Zane? To be fair, I'm very surprised that Gabriel doesn't start for Arsenal, but he seems to like this. And look, you know, what was it Robbie said on the show last night? Arsenal have got one of the best defences in the league. I find that quite funny. Apparently he's got a hip injury, Saka, which is almost a pain in the arse for him, isn't it? If you know, you know. But no, I mean, look, he must be injured to miss a game like this. But if that means Pepe's up against Luke Shaw, remember Pepe did do quite well against Luke Shaw last season. So look, I think Luke Shaw I think football's like that. There are certain players that you're very confident about pocketing. And look, I know Salah scored a couple of goals against us last week, but Luke Shaw still had a very good game. He tends to do quite well against Salah. But some players you struggle against, and I hope that Pepe isn't one of those players for Luke Shaw, because he's been so good recently. The lineup makes sense, not judging anything. I think Ollie is thinking like a manager who is a threat, not only in defence but attacking as well, says Alexander. And Gabriel had COVID, so he's still not back fit, said somebody there. Martinelli, look, I'm not going to say anything about Martinelli. I watched him play midweek and he came off and I thought he was absolute shite. Sheffield United nearly just scored. It would have been a great goal. It's not going to happen. Hi Mark, we keep talking about consistent team selection. What would your ideal team selection be that we can put out against most teams in the league? I just think that Paul Pogba's got to play centrally. That's my biggest frustration, is that we're sticking Paul Pogba onto the wing. And I think this is not a criticism of Solskjaer. I've seen many teams do this over the years, where England used to do it with Lampard and Gerrard. It's like, I don't want to drop one of them, so I'll put them both in the team. But football is a game of balance. Football is a game of 11 players, and you almost become a Galactico side when you're starting to chuck players into your team just so you play them. The reality is Paul Pogba's best position, and he's won a World Cup there, is a centre midfielder. Now, whether he's an advanced midfielder or he's a box-to-box midfielder or he's a holding midfielder in a pivot, that's his best position. He's not a left winger. He's not a right winger. He's a centre midfielder. And you look at that team there, Paul Pogba's not playing in any of those three positions. It's McFred and Bruno. And Pogba will either play to the left or the right. He's not going to be playing in the centre. And that, to me, isn't the best use of Paul Pogba. That's just getting Paul Pogba on the team sheet. That's not having the balls to drop Paul Pogba, because you're like, I've got to get him in the team somehow, but he's not playing in position. It needs to work better today, because it didn't work. It hasn't worked. It didn't work against Liverpool, did it? Really? You know, we should have scored late on, but it hasn't really worked. Sheffield United on the attack here. Would you say we have the best bench in the league? Says Dylan McBride. No, I was looking at Spurs bench the other day and I thought that was a bloody good bench on paper. So, take a moment, as Ollie said in the interview, he wants to play high up the pitch, then proceeds to play McFred. How can I back him or his words, says Cryogen Gaming. And, well, I'm going to write that down because I think it might be something that we look back on in the match reaction. That's my first point I'll bring up. Hopefully we will play high up the pitch. This is a big test. They will go for a bad run or they will bounce back. If they do, then we have progress, says Ism. I totally agree. Mark, if Ollie has trust issues with players, how is he meant to know who his best team is when he doesn't start the likes of Bay and Donny van der Beek? Give them a chance to show their start every week. United win 2-1, says Liam McClay. I think that's probably Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's best team, whether you like it or not. You know, he loves McTominay, even though I think McTominay's been very poor this month. He loves McTominay. He trusts Fred now. He loves Maguire and Lindelof, and he's proven that over his time at the club. And he wants to find a place for Paul Pogba. So I think that's probably his best 11 at the moment. Sunny JR, thank you for joining the Members Club. You can do that by clicking the join button and get your badge next to your name. Big shout out to Wyatt Dodrill as well. And just seeing if we can see any members in the live chat. Eon Civilview. And can I just remind... One minute. Is this the team, Oscar? It is the team. Yes, it is. The Valkyrie clan, Let's Go United, member. Graham Robinson, yeah, he's a member as well. Mike Mates, no Bay, no party, member as well. Pogba is off the left. It says so on the Man United app. No, don't listen to Tayab. I mean, you've really got to learn to get a mind of your own, Tayab, because the prats that come on the live comments and tell people, no, you've got the lineup wrong. On the Man United app, it's got Pogba on the left. What did the Man United app have on Wednesday night against Sheffield United, Tayab? They had Rashford up front and Martial on the left. Who played up front? Martial. Who played on the left? Rashford. Just because it's the Man United app doesn't mean it's some social media expert who doesn't like football who's just put it how they like. Like, the Man United app is often incorrect. So we will change the way the team looks when the game kicks off, because we've learnt our lesson with this. This match is set to be a draw, says Stratos. I think the way Man United have set up, it could be a 0-0. I'm not going to change my opinion, though. I don't think it will be a 0-0, but we could have another 0-0. Can you believe the Glazers could potentially win both the Premier League and the NFL this year, says Stu. Tampa and United both title winners. We truly are living in strange times. I don't think United are looking like title winners at the moment, mate. I'm watching this Man City side and they look a bit difficult to score goals against. So, Diallo with a brace versus Liverpool under 23s this afternoon, predicting a win versus Arsenal as long as we put in more effort than against Sheffield United, says Danny Lockwood. And also, Mark, have you said your score prediction yet? I'm thinking 2-1 United, says Marine and Rattlesnake, Junior Adventures. I'm going to go 3-2. I did say for a draw before, but I'm going to go with a 3-2 win for Manchester United in this one. Yeah, that was my prediction, so I'm going to stick with that as the game says. Can I just remind you, because I'll forget myself, link is in the video description for United stand picks. You've got to be over 18 to play, but it's free to enter, and the reason you've got to be over 18 is because we've got a cash prize pool of £1,000. Basically, the person with the most points that scored for this game will win the top cash prize. The way you win points is by answering the 12 questions on United Stand Picks. 12 picks. Question 1 is, will Man United beat Arsenal? Yes or no. There's questions like, will we score in the first half? Will we score in the second half? Yes or no. 12 questions. We've got a live leaderboard that kicks in as soon as the game kicks off. The link is in the video description. It's free to enter. Terms and conditions are in the link in the video description as well as please play responsibly, of course. But it's free to enter. You must be over 18 because there's a cash prize to play for. 12 questions. It updates during the game as well, so you can see who's winning on the leaders board. If you've already downloaded it for previous games, just go and play again. You can play every week. Link in the video description for that. Give it a go. You've got about half an hour to enter. because it closes just before kick-off. United to win 2-0, says Shoab. And Derek Riley, thank you for your super chat. Arsenal having to play a right back at left back due to Tierney being out will be difficult for them, says Manaldo. I think he's played well, that Cedric, so far. Yeah, I think he has. From what he basically had a massive part to play in the goal that Arsenal, in one of Arsenal's goals the other night. So I wouldn't be too I wouldn't see that as a massive advantage. Sheffield United here. Oh, terrible touch. He's messed it up, and I think that'll be it for City now. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We were very close to 971,000, and Foden feeds it in to Gabriel Jesus. It's a fantastic save by Ramsdale. We're 30 subscribers away from 971,000. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Click it now. Let's see if we can get to 971,000. We're 30 away at the moment. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We've got a news show every morning at 10 a.m. Obviously watch-alongs, match reactions. We've got the fan forum with Flex and KG after my match reaction. Of course, you can do your player ratings. The most accurate player rating system in Manchester United fandom, because it's voted for by about 15,000 of you every game. In the second half, we put a page up on the website, and you get to mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average, and then we use that in our match reaction. So the most accurate player ratings, because it's voted for by thousands and thousands of you. Love the hoodie, Mark, says Big Tony. Don't do a chig. I know what you're on about. And my partner just gave birth to my new boy Raphael, says Ninja Smurf United. Congratulations. Always always nice to see good news like that. So well done. And congratulations to you and the missus. Probably the missus more, because your job was over 9 months ago, and now it will start. Trust me. But well done. Congratulations. Weakened team, but come on, you Gunners, even bigger performance needed now. Boy, I think Arsenal fans, I don't know whether they're if we've got any Arsenal fans in the live comments, but I would say that they'll be a little bit. Odegaard's on the bench, so they have got that option. I've just thought about it for Ninja Smurf United. What I should have said is, who's the daddy? There you go. That works really well, doesn't it? But yeah, I think Arsenal will be a little bit worried. I think losing Saka is like losing. It's probably a little bit like losing a Pogba or a Bruno for us, because they don't really have Aubameyang. They've not had Aubameyang. So Saka's probably their best player as an attacking player at the moment. So it would be like us losing a Pogba or a Bruno at the moment. So they will be disappointed by that, Arsenal, and they will know that they are weakened by that. But look, it doesn't, we can't think we're going to win this game because they haven't got Saka playing and they haven't got Aubameyang. I've seen this happen before. We beat them 8-2 with a shit midfield compared to what we were used to. So it goes out the window. At the end of the day, you play the game, not the fixture. City winning 1-0 and makes his first sub, probably the only one as well in the 90th minute. Why Solskjaer criticised for his subs, do you think? Is it fair? Says Harahan. And yeah, but Pep makes a lot more changes to his starting lineup, doesn't he? Squad depth and quality will always be a difference between us and City. Our board will never appoint a sports director to get rid of the Deadwood, says Rudy Cox. Saka is so important to us, says Cameron. He's a big loss for Arsenal. Look, I'm not going to pretend it is a big loss for Arsenal not to have Saka involved today. So I agree with you on that one. Wolves have lost to Palace. I wonder how long Nuno will last in that job. Be interesting if they sacked Nuno, whether they go for another Portuguese manager, because they've got that Portuguese connection at that club. Be very interested by that one, actually. Thank you, everyone, says Ninja Smurf United. Shout out to him and his missus with their brilliant news of a new baby. And Martial to get the winner, says Arvid. I certainly think we've got the stronger bench when you look at what's on our bench. But look, I look at Arsenal team and I look at Man United's team, and I think if United play well, they'll win the game. It's as simple as that. But if buts and maybe, it's always the same, isn't it? We've got to turn up. We lost to Sheffield United. So there you go. Ollie is just selling dreams in interview, says Wallata. And Better Loan wrote, what's your score prediction? Says Farhan. I'm going 3-2 to Manchester United. Samir has just subscribed. Thank you very much. And losing Saka is like losing your son, says Nasser. Come on. Let's get it real. Opinions on Smith Rowe, says FLB. You know what? I didn't really know much about him, but actually I've been quite impressed by him. I think they've got it. I think you know what? I look at Arsenal's front four of Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Pepe, and Lacazette, and that is not Arsenal's strongest front four by a long way. So they've got a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, and I think without Aubameyang and without Saka, it does weaken their front four considerably. So United need to play on the front foot, but we're not set up to play on the front foot. You know, I think that we need to. We can't sit back. We can't be sitting back in that sense, I don't think. Flex will be on in a few minutes, yes. Your opinions on Gabriel Martinelli, says Samir. I like him. I think he's a good player. I mean, obviously, he seems to have been out for a very, very long time. But, yeah, I do like him. I think he's a good player. I've said that before. This manager needs to go, says David Redmond. He's doing quite a good job at the moment. And come on, United, says Virgil. And could Twansebi play, says Black. Well, no, he's not going to play. And thank you very much, Liam Dawson, for the nice message there. Mark, would Bailly be starter in any other Premier League team? Eric Bailly, yeah. Eric Bailly would play for a lot of Premier League sides, yeah, definitely. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark, says Ninja Smurf United. And thanks for the super chat. You can do that through the $ if you want to. Lindelof and Maguire, says RM, and he's crying. Be honest, where do you think you could honestly end up at the end of the season based off this form you are in right now, says Chris. What, Manchester United? I can't answer that question, Chris, because we've just lost a game I didn't expect us to lose. And but if we win tonight, you know, we're in a stronger position. So I think tonight's could be a pivotal game, you know. I think when you're in the position that United are in, every game's important. But tonight, obviously, is the most important game so far, because if we draw, Man City have made 2 points on us again. If we win, then we maintain the gap with City, who've just won. So if we believe we're in a title race, we've got to win because Man City have just won. If we're in a top four race, then a draw might not be terrible. If we want to get dragged into a fifth place race, then a loss is going to happen. So United's game today is very much about what they want to achieve this year. Can they bounce back? Have they improved? You know, the bubble's been burst. Will that bubble continue to be burst? I'll forgive you missing the first one, Mark. Favourite bar in Dublin and ever travelled to Northern Ireland. Hope you're well, says Ronan Kane. Favourite bar in Dublin is the Hairy Lemon, which is around the back of St Stephen's Green. And I have been to Belfast a couple of times, yeah. We always lose games before deadline day, says Abby. I don't know about that. I don't know, Abby. Tell me. You tell me. We can criticise Ollie if we're doing good or not. There are spots to strength, and let's not talk like everyone was fine before bloody Sheffield, says Paulo Ramirez. Well, look, whatever happens today, I think it would be a total shock if United turned up and won the game comfortably, because even when we were doing well, even when we were top of the league, even when we were on that great run, we've never really beaten anybody convincingly apart from Leeds. Starting Rashi over Tony is a disgrace, says Ian. I think you might be in the minority for that. Come on, United, let's bully Arsenal, says DJ E. Fox. You know what? The optimism is building inside of me. I really hope that we are going to get a good result today. I really do. But you know what? You've got to play the game, not the occasion. And there's a real opportunity to play on the front foot. Come on, United. Come on, United. Come on, United. Yeah. What can McTominay do that Van der Beek can't do? Just don't get it. Get into fights. I don't know. Pogba 6, best deep, but needs less defensive duties. Kante did his running for France. Fred for the Kante role to get the best out of Pogba. Thoughts, says Brad Bowden. Yeah, that's probably the one thing I would say I'm not happy about that team today. I don't like Paul Pogba being moved out of position, and we've done it a couple of times this season, and I just think it's a little bit. I don't like the word cowardly. I think it's a little bit defensive to do what we've done today. Zane's going to be in the mud after today, says P for crazy. I was more thinking in the shit, rolling around in his own shit if they lose. But, we've got to win first. Mark, have you ever had the Thai red curry sauce and chips from the Hairy Lemon? Possibly the best snack with a pint I've ever had, says Luke Jones. I've not been in there for about a decade, mate, but I wouldn't mind the sound. I don't mind the sound of that. And how do you think Arteta will set up his team, attack-minded or more defensive, says Chubba. I think the fact that he hasn't got Saka, he hasn't got Aubameyang, and he hasn't got Aubameyang or Tierney, I think he will play a 50-50 balanced game. Yeah, I think he'll play balanced, and I think like the things you can do on Football Manager or FIFA. If I was a guessing man, and you can say yours, I would guess that Ollie's going to play counter-attacking style, and I would guess that Arteta's going to play balanced style. Neither team will go for it, I don't think. Pogba on the winner's mistake, given Cedric at left back, says Ben. And also, need a United win for 120 in Mayaka. Come on, United, says James Streeter. Well, I need a United win because I don't want to have to turn my phone off for a week. I just do. I just really do. I really do. Tony is not playing well, but miles ahead of Rashi, says Iron. And how can we not be optimistic? We're playing a mid-table team known as the filth. Let's put these gunners in their place and move on, says Stu805. And after Burnley, City have tough games. We need to win, says Shoab. We do need to win, and we do have to win today, and we do have an opportunity to end Arsenal's hopes. Arsenal are 10 points behind us. If we beat Arsenal today, most teams above them have got games in hand, and they would be, I think they'd be 10 points off fourth place if they lose today and Liverpool win tomorrow. So we can basically put Arsenal into Thursday night football for the rest of the season, because they ain't going to get top four if they lose today. But our job is not to worry about what Arsenal want to do. Our job is to do it the way we want to do it. Will De Gea get his 150th clean sheet today, says Brad Day. I tell you what, there's a few people talking about diamonds there. Now, I would say we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, and we're going to play exactly the same way that we played against Liverpool. Now, my concern about that is that Bruno tends to not have good games in these games because he gets isolated. So that worries me a little bit. Front foot. Isolated Bruno. Manchester City, Liverpool, in the last month, we've played like this, and Bruno's had a bad game because he's not had enough of the ball. That's what worries me about this game today. But could we play a diamond? Just because it didn't work before, maybe Ollie wants to revisit it and prove that he can beat Arteta, because it's a tactical battle today as well. Remember, Arteta's 2-0 up on Ollie in their first two games against each other, and Ollie's not scored a goal yet. Square pegs in round holes on our right wing again. It worries me every game, says Collie. This is down to the board, Collie, though. They didn't buy anyone, did they? I don't get why we still start Lindelof, says Jones too. And Mark, do you think Bruno will be asked to play the risky passes more often? Also, I think Cavani could be the difference tonight, says Rishad. Cavani, against their defence, could be really, really important tonight. But one thing we won't get with Cavani, though, is the pace. We've got to get up the pitch. It's an interesting thing how we're going to play today, because I think against Liverpool, it was very obvious that we were going to defend and try and hit them on the break, wasn't it? But today, it's not like we can hit the 50-yard pass to Cavani, because he's not going to get him behind. Flex, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good. Just talking about the team and the formation there. What is your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no surprises for me. I expected McTominay and Fred to come back into midfield. We know what Solskjaer does in these big games. He wants the engine room in there. And it's a big night for McTominay because he hasn't been playing well for quite a while. Each time he's been picked recently, we've been more saying, McTominay's not doing this, McTominay's not doing that. So a big game for him against Xhaka and Partey. Him and Fred today, so they're very important. Not surprised at all to see Pogba play on either flank. I think it's probably going to be the right hand side. Yeah. I hope it is if he is going to choose. I just want Martial back on the left. Rashford back on the left. think he's far more comfortable
What do you
out
think
there.
about Pogba playing off the right though? Because it's
not
that
playing to his strengths.
No,
It's shoehorning him in, isn't it? It's shoehorning him in because he's capable of producing something at any moment, but also it's showing that Ollie's saying, I'd rather try and keep the ball in that area and be more conservative than have someone who's just going to go at Cedric, which eventually when we fine tune the team and get that proper actual right winger who can keep people penned in, similar to how Rashford can when he's at it because he's very direct. Maybe Ollie will start doing that, but clearly he doesn't trust Dan James to do it very often. No. Doesn't trust Mata, doesn't trust Van der Beek, Greenwood in some games, so he's going to keep taking him out. And until Ahmad gets in and around it, we don't know. So we're going to keep seeing a change in that area. And obviously Martial has had a chance out there, or Rashford, vice versa, and it hasn't worked. So I really wanted to see Cavani start, man, 100%. I'm glad he's starting.
I think you make a good point on the Pogba thing, though, because as much as I don't like him playing there, I think the decision becomes very easy when you justify it like you did just there, that, you know, if you don't... He desperately wants to play McTominay because he loves McTominay. But Pogba's best position is definitely centrally next to Fred. But then he's like, well, who am I going to play on the right wing? Oh, I know. I'll play McTominay then. I'll just put Pogba on the right wing, and then that solve all my problems, and I play all the players I want to pick. Because we don't have a right wing option. I mean, Mason Greenwood's not set the world on fire there. No. He's never tried Van der Beek there. Rashford's better off the left. Martial was terrible on Wednesday. So you could see what was going to happen.
That's all he's got there, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. And that's what, you know, in terms of our development in general, we're not there yet. It's the same thing at centre-back. It's the same thing at central midfield. We always have question marks over McTominay, or sometimes if it's Matic and Pogba, the pairing is still not fixed yet. And I think we have to remember that. And I think Solskjaer's just doing the best he can with it not fixed yet. We all know he wanted Sancho. I'm not going to go into that now, but we know we've been in for right wingers. And like I said, with Ahmad for 37 million, they're looking to fix that problem. But this season, in this moment, it's going to be a bit of a free-for-all on that side because we keep trying to find something that works, which we haven't found anything sustainable yet.
Mark, can you see Martial bouncing back from his current form, or do you think we might need to start looking for a striker in the summer? Says Ryan Miller. Norwegian Messi to get the winner, says Zayn Miasi. There you go with McTominay slander. I guarantee if McTominay was playing midweek, we would still be top of the league, says Yazza Said. I don't think it's McTominay slander, mate. I think Flex pointed out something that I think everybody in the live chat would agree with. The last time McTominay played well was Watford in the Cup, and Van der Beek played just as well. And Van der Beek doesn't get picked, and McTominay does. McTominay's been poor since Villa, which was at the end just after Christmas. So I want him to have a good game today, and he needs to, because he gets to start way more games than those people who I think, you know, should be given a chance. So it's not McTominay slander. I think it's more McTominay confusion that he starts so many games when he doesn't actually deliver. If he delivers, then everybody's happy. But he can't deny that he's been given a lot of chances.
No, exactly. And it's a bit more than that with McTominay, because he's an Ollie favourite, isn't he? So
also it's the fact that it's not. I don't think it's McTominay slander. I think with a lot of people, myself included, I don't really mind McTominay. I just don't think he's a CDM. I think he's a box-to-box player. But also, as you just said there, I think the reason McTominay always gets highlighted, it's not because people don't like McTominay. He's a very likeable lad. He's from the youth setup. He's a nice lad.
He's a very likeable guy.
Yeah, very likeable. The problem is, we know he's playing to move, and Pogba gets moved out of position. That's the thing. Yeah. You know, Pogba and McTominay, you're talking about a Vauxhall Astra and a Ferrari. Well, everyone wants to drive the Ferrari. And so McTominay, in a way, is a victim of that. It's not really about, is he good enough? Does he put enough effort in? We know he puts enough effort.
But that's the reason he's in there, though. But if you think about this, though, if we're talking about world-class Paul Pogba, and I know this is down to Ollie, I get it, but why is he not being trusted in that engine room when it really matters against the big team? That's what we... does he... I'll ask you, do you think he works hard enough against the top players, and do you think he keeps the ball well enough and makes the right decisions against the top players in the league? Is that why Solskjaer maybe isn't picking him, or it's actually on Solskjaer to actually have some balls and pick him in there because he can do it?
I think it's really basic. I think that the reason he doesn't pick Pogba and Fred against Liverpool's and Man City's and Arsenal's is because he's scared. And I think that's been proven.
But what's he scared of, though? What's he basing it off? Why is he not scared of... Pardon?
I think he's scared of losing. I think he thinks, well, because he's not scared about... Look, we know this league that Villa have beaten Arsenal and Fulham have drawn with Liverpool. Against Fulham, he plays Pogba and Fred, and Pogba wins the game from the midfield. Against Arsenal and Liverpool, he plays McFred and puts Pogba on the wing. Like, if this league is truly anybody can do anything this year, which it is, why does he trust Pogba and Fred against Fulham, but he doesn't trust them against Arsenal? And it's because traditionally these are big games that he just doesn't want to lose. I think he'd rather play a 0-0 game and maybe nick it 1-0.
So he thinks he has a better chance. He thinks he has a better chance.
Losing.
You're saying of not losing with McTominay in there than Pogba.
Obviously, because McTominay and Fred are defensive players, aren't they? And they will sit in front of the back four. I think it's just risk averse. And to be honest with you, at Anfield, got no problem. Who goes to Anfield and has a go? It's stupid. And the same with the Etihad. But I think maybe in a game like this, especially when you see that Arsenal lineup, you think, do we really need... I mean, look, are Fulham or Southampton or any other team that we've played Pogba and Fred, and there's been a few recently, are Arsenal really better than them? Then their reputation is, and some of their players are, but their league position isn't. And I hope we're not going to sit back against this Arsenal side, because that's the same team that we picked against Liverpool. I understand going to Anfield and sitting back, but I don't really understand going to Emirates, especially when they've got three of their best players out.
We've got to play a bit more on the front foot, but also this is where it gets a bit sticky, because we banter Arsenal the whole way through the year. They were 15th at one stage. After that loss to Burnley, it looked like Arteta was all but gone. And they didn't, and they had that Chelsea game, which we all thought they would lose, and they've not lost a game in the league since. In their last 6 games, they've won 5 and only conceded 2 goals. So in this moment, if we just said it wasn't Arsenal and forgot the league position, we'll be saying the team we're about to play is in form. Do you know what I mean? And I know that they're missing Saka and they're missing Tierney, and you have to look at that as a Man United fan and think you'd rather play them without those two there and Aubameyang. Yeah. But you still... I still don't look at them and think they're going to be absolutely shit now because those two players aren't playing.
No.
I still think it'd be a difficult game.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that look, I think Saka's a fan.
Because we're not perfect. We've been conceding
look at Sheffield,
fucking left, right, and centre. Excuse my language.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
But
we're not perfect.
What I would say, and I don't know what your thoughts are on this, when you look at the Liverpool game, and we did play McFred, and we did play Maguire and Lindelof, and we didn't concede, and we did nearly win the game, and we definitely did play deep, and we had Rashford through the middle, and we tried to hit them on the break. The one positive I would say is, if you're playing Cavani up front, you can't hit 50 yards in balls in behind. You've got to get up the pitch. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw have got to get up. There's no point playing Cavani and not getting the ball in the box. So... hopefully,
Ollie said it as well.
Ollie said it in his press conference yesterday that he wants to get higher up the pitch. Yeah. There's no point in playing Cavani if you're not going to get high up the pitch, because
he just said it in the pre-match just then. He said that we've been working on crossing and stuff for Edinson, so hopefully we see that today. So
I've got a few quotes actually. I'll read them out to you and see what you think. So quote 1 from Solskjaer just now: the reaction when you lose a game is you always want to play again, and when you win you want to play again. It's not a shock that you lose a game in the Premier League, it's about how you react. He's also said that Luke Shaw was rested. Victor had a bad back on Wednesday and he's okay. Cavani, sometimes you just need to give him a bit of a respite. McTominay and Fred are back in, so there should be fresh legs. And then finally, he said 4 goals by Hugill. He's a top striker as well. We're looking forward to seeing his development. Ahmad gets a good start, and why Joe didn't take the penalty himself to get 5 goals, I'm going to ask him. So he's talking about the youth setup there. But it is all about the reaction today, though, isn't it? Because a lot of people have said this in the live comments, and I'll just come back to this so people can see what the team is and how we think we're lining up. But a lot of people have said this in the live comments, that this for them as fans, and every fan has their own. This is the whole thing. Every fan's got their own opinion. Some people will think we're going to be fighting for 5th. Some people will think we're firmly going to be in the top 4, and some people will still think we can win a title. So, but for a lot of people, they're saying this game for me really dictates what we are as a club over the last 2 years, because I've seen us go on good runs, then we'll lose a game and it all falls apart for a few weeks.
Yeah, and we got a bad run against Arsenal recent years as well.
Yeah. So despite the Sheffield United game, it was very disappointing. We can't do anything about it now. So if we did win today, that would show a progression from this football club to bounce back.
100%. I think that's what it's all about. That's why, look, when we were always going to lose a game, but when it's against bottom of the league, and this is no disrespect to Sheffield United, you get that shock factor. The media's on you. No one expected it. you might have expected it maybe against a Southampton or a West Ham or something. You don't think it's going to be a Sheffield United. And look, they just gave Man City a game. So it just shows you how respectful we have to be of teams fighting for their lives. And they're almost more difficult games. And if you think about it, we've been struggling against teams in the bottom three who have been fighting. We struggled against West Brom. We struggled against Sheffield United the first time. Fulham was one of them as well. But it's all about showing. That's what I mean. Showing that was a blip. Showing that was a bad performance. That was the first time in a long time that we looked like the old Man United. Because when I was watching that, I was like, nah, when we went 1-0 down and our response, I didn't get that same, I still believe we're going to come back. And even though we did get back to level terms, it still didn't feel right. Do you know what I mean? You look at the performance, it felt like an old Man United performance, not one of the last kind of, 6 months how we've been playing. So I think this is the perfect opportunity for them players to prove not only to us, but themselves. Because since they've got to the top of the league, they've slipped up a little bit. Draw against Liverpool was respectable. But then we needed to win this game as well. And they haven't been able to do it. The Sheffield United haven't been able to do it. So can they prove to themselves that they believe that they can do it? Because we didn't think they were going to be up there challenging. But do they believe it now? Let's see.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think it is the perfect game. The last thing you want is a cup game against Brighton. You want Arsenal away. And this Arsenal game as well. I mean, what are you feeling now? Because I went with the draw on Thursday. They got me on the old AFTV show the morning after, double teamed me, Robbie and DT, and I was just like, oh God, I don't know, But then last night when I had Robbie on, I was like, you know what? 24 hours out, go hard or go home. We're going to win. So because I know I'm already calling it the Power Off Cup, because if you lose, you turn your phone off, don't you? So
100%.
How are you feeling going into this game, considering what you said about the fact that we're unbeaten away from home all season. We're unbeaten away from home in a calendar year, but we've never scored against Arteta in 2 games, and he's beaten Ollie both times, and tactically beaten him both times quite convincingly.
That's what I mean. This is what I mean. Like this is because what I said on AFTV. Like Arsenal can do an Arsenal. They turn up against us, play well. The last time they beat us, they went on an awful slump, and then we went, and played really well. That could happen again. And that's what I mean. I'm not underestimating them. I said it on there and I say it here. I'm really uncomfortable with this game. I really am. We haven't beaten them for a while, especially at the Emirates. Yes, I know there's no fans, but still, the record stands. Like you said, tactically, you have to say Arteta's done Ollie twice. And Arsenal aren't conceding goals right now. We laugh at them and say they're banter this and they're banter that. And I get it. That's a lot to do with, the characters that are involved around when they lose. But when you actually look at their team now, they're not being awful at the back and conceding loads of goals. Do you know what I mean? And we keep conceding goals, and we also keep conceding first. And that ran out against Sheffield United. So we need to see a lot from our team. We need to see us do something we haven't really seen, which is a good start. Go 1-0 up and try and see a game out and keep Arsenal at bay, even without their 2 or 3 most influential players. We've got to go and do it. So I'm still going to stick with a tight 2-1 win. I'm not going to change. But I'm really uncomfortable.
Whatever happens, we know it's going to be tight, don't we? Because
100%.
That we don't beat teams convincingly, really. So
exactly. Unless we can show something today that we haven't seen, which would be great. I'd love for that to happen.
Zane is in the house. It's good the Brazilian Beetlejuice is not playing, says Zane Miassi. And hey, Mark and Flex, feeling good. It's going to be a good match. 3-1 to United. We're going to play faster and higher line. Let's be positive. Also, Bruno's sitting down Ricky today. Big up, says Angie S. Just a couple of things to shout out. One, we're 10 subscribers away from 971,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You can do that now. It's free. Just click and do that. The second thing is United Stand Picks. You've still got 10 minutes to enter. It closes a couple of minutes before kickoff. We're 13 minutes away from kickoff. You've got to be over 18 to enter United Stand Picks, because we've got a £1,000 cash prize pool. The way that you enter is that you use the link in the video description. It's free. You've just got to be over 18 because we're giving cash prizes away. 12 questions, all related to the game. So will United score in the first half, second half? Will Cavani score, yes or no? 12 questions like that. Get your answers, get your questions in, and then during the game there's a live leaderboard, so you can check and see how you're doing if you think you're doing well, and that goes on through the game. I think you've played that. You play it, don't you, Flex?
Yes, it's difficult. It's really difficult. Sometimes you think you go for a nice safe number, and it's often never as you think it will go. So really, really tough, but enjoyable, man.
Yeah, it is. I'll actually, just while we're thinking about that, I just want to shout out the winners from the game in midweek as well. But just before we do that, Bruno, I've got to say that Bruno worries me a little bit. And, someone talking about Ricky there. I still haven't watched Ricky's fan cam from Sheffield United. And you know why I didn't watch it? Because
you don't want to get triggered.
Just so many people disliked it, and so many people messaged me saying, "Have you seen it?" And I thought, I don't need this in my life. I'm already pissed off from Sheffield United. I don't need it in my life. But yeah. I can imagine what was said. And look, it's all, the one thing I say is, although I probably wouldn't agree with it, it's all about opinion. And Ricky's definitely, somebody who's got an opinion. But I'm a bit worried about Bruno today, because when you play McFred and when you play Maguire and Lindelof and you play against the traditional top six, 0-0 with Chelsea, 0-0 with Liverpool, 0-0 with Man City, and the common theme in those games was no goals and Bruno was shit. Now, the reason he was shit is because we don't get enough ball to him. Now, this is what worries me. Without Pogba in that midfield, who's getting the ball quickly to Bruno, Rashford, Cavani? So we're all saying, Bruno's going to have a big impact. But what are your thoughts on that? Because for me, it's like, well, yeah, he might have a good game, but if you don't get the ball like he didn't in the other games, he might be set up for an average game.
Yeah, I think, do you know what I think it is, Mark, right? Is Bruno's playing style. This is all it comes down to for me. Bruno's playing style, when he gives the ball away and because he keeps trying things, in a tight game when you want to hold on to the ball or get something to build off or play safer passes just for a period of time, just to kind of field it, he doesn't really fit that style that's not how he plays. It's just not in his DNA. Also, his playing style is when his work rate is so high. And again, I keep saying, I don't know whether it's because Ollie's just said to him, you do what you just go and do what you want. You've got the free roam, number 10, go where you want, work how you want, or whether Ollie's not asking him to do it. I probably think it's the first one, but he goes and presses by himself. So he actually leaves Fred and McTominay a lot by themselves, having to do a lot. And if he's almost like not a three-man midfield. I do agree with Ricky when he says that. Like he plays in a 10, but he's just almost another forward because he goes off and does his own thing off the ball. But he's so influential to the way that we play because, like you said, who else is picking passes that he's picking out? Who else is feeding players like he feeds players? Who else is giving goal contributions like he is? Who else is scoring goals like he is? So from that point of view, from when he's doing all of that, you have to find other ways to compensate. And I think that's what the issue is. We're not actually compensating as a team for Bruno's playing style in certain games, which is why I don't think we can dominate when we want to dominate. But we shouldn't blame Bruno for that. We've asked Bruno to come in and have an impact and to be not be our savior, but to be our player that can create. The guy has done his job to an absolute T, scoring, assisting, making good passes. But we have to find a system away from him that complements him. And that, I think, is what's happening. If we had two midfielders that could control the game behind him, we probably wouldn't be talking about it as much. But because we want a bit more from Bruno defensively or shape-wise, we're not really getting it. And that is frustrating. And sometimes we need him just in moments. I'm not saying change the way he plays. Just in moments of the game, just play the safer pass just for 5 minutes, just to let us feel our way into the game and then go for the killer. You don't always have to go for the killer pass every single time. But like I said, that's just his playing style. And who are we to question it when he's got these numbers?
No, I agree. I agree on that. And I think the issue is, and everybody knows it. Thanks for the sticker, Renate. Hopefully we are flying today. Welcome to Maracus, latest member of the club. And hey, Mark and Flex, hope you're doing well. How does Ollie expect a higher line when he has Maguire and Lindelof? We'll have to wait and see, Chris. I've got it in my notes for my match reaction. So he said it yesterday in the press conference that he wants to play a higher line. He picks Maguire and Lindelof with Fred and McTominay in front of him. I don't think that constitutes we're going to play a high line, but I always say on team news now, let's wait until the game because you just don't know what we're going to do. But no, I do agree with you on that. I think that how we get Bruno on the ball is always going to be difficult when you've got McTominay and Fred who aren't naturally good at getting the ball forward, which is why Pogba in that role means that Bruno tends to have a better game because he gets more of the ball.
There you go.
But this ain't Liverpool, it's Arsenal, and Liverpool at Anfield ain't Arsenal at Emirates.
Yeah, we got to go for them.
Yeah,
I agree. We
should be, especially with the players they've got out. Just a bit quick shout out. Saka's out of the game, obviously. John Bravo said there, but just on the United Stand picks, you can enter. It's free to enter. You've got to be over 18 because we've got cash prizes up for grabs. The last few winners on the Fulham game, it was Hoodie 100, Dan H28, and Girl Fit the Burr. That was that one. Sheffield United winners: Joe Shakers won 500, Jay Vidya won 250, Alex FTW won 100, and Luke H85 won 100. So they're the winners from the last couple of United Stand Picks games. The link is in the video description. 12 questions, 2 answers. Just answer one or the other. Live leaderboard once the game's up and running. They're all about questions to do with match actions, like will Cavani score, yes or no. Got a £1,000 cash prize pot again. You just got to be over 18 because we are giving away money for the winners. Link is in the video description, as is the term condition. So please play responsibly. And if you have downloaded it before, you can play every game that we do it. So it's download it, get involved. Links in the video description. You've got about 5 minutes to enter on that one. What score? You gone 2-1, have you, Flex?
Yeah, tight 2-1 win. But it's honestly, I just can't really predict this game. Well, I can't anyway. But yeah, tight 2-1 win, man. I think it's gonna be really cagey.
What about playing Bruno in the pog position, says Chelsea? He can control the game and also create good defensively as well. Good position to be in captain.
Never really see that, do we?
Yeah.
Like him letting Bruno play in wide positions.
I think they will swap. I think Pogba and Bruno will swap. And I think, Bruno has played off the right-hand side for Sporting. So they will swap around.
They can do it.
They will
what
swap
about, sorry, just quickly, I know it would mean to change the shape, but what about just like a straight 4-3, like a flat 3 in midfield? Because like how Bruno does for, he does that for Portugal, where he plays on like the right of a 3. And it's just a functioning, just a 3-man midfield instead of an actual 10. Do you think maybe we could see that sometimes?
I mean, look, I think this is going to be a 4-2-3-1. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, it will.
At home.
Yeah,
but,
it will.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a diamond. But he did try. I think Ollie just tends to stick with what he knows now, and we have seen this 11. Pretty much this 11 against Liverpool. Obviously, Cavani didn't start. So
yeah, no, we played a diamond against them last time and got absolutely. We didn't even dominate possession. We didn't dominate at all. They tactically outdone us at Old Trafford. I know they won by a penalty, and but they had a couple of chances. Was it a Saka header? Willian hit the post, the bar.
Well, they won. Their goal of the month was that penalty, wasn't it? But they did. Yeah. I think they did deserve to win that game, even though it was a penalty. So.
Exactly, and we didn't do anything apart from. I can't even remember. Did we even?
It was just after Leipzig, wasn't it, as well, which was even more disappointing.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't want to see that diamond again personally.
No, I don't think that we will. And it'd be interesting what the evolution of this team is. But look, whatever the evolution of this team is, I think this next 90 minutes in some ways will go to show what the evolution is, because Man City have just won. If you really think United are in a title race, then you've got to go and win this game. If we don't win this game, then we could get dragged back down.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I mean. You've got to go and show the mentality. You've got to step up. You've got to prove that Sheffield United was a blip and that we can put it right. Because if we as fans can get gassed all day and be involved in the title race, that's like KG was saying. I agreed with him on AFTV. We have one job as fans: just support the team and get behind it. Like. You can get a bit reckless with it. You can enjoy it with fans, but the players are the ones who really need to have the belief in their performances.
I've just been sent this. We're very close to kick-off, but somebody's just sent me this on DM. Despite the social media meltdown after Sheffield United at home, Martial was comfortably United's best player on the night. This is Manchester United. The state of players around him is embarrassing. Who do you think's tweeted that?
Ricky.
Yeah. Wow. I gave. Oh well, look, he's on the Sunday night show. We'll have a chat tomorrow night because I give I love Martial. Yeah. I gave him 1 out of 10.
He didn't play well. I don't know why Ricky can't just say he didn't play well. I know a lot of players didn't play well, but he was particularly bad.
I can't see how you could think he played well. Even his tracking back was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah,
he deserves
if we don't play well now, he will he would say it was criminal not to play him, and
No, I don't know about you, but I love Martial. Everyone knows he's one of my favourite players at the club. Yeah. But I actually said on my preview that if I had the strength in depth, he wouldn't even be on my bench. I think there has to be a consequence for a lack of effort.
Well, you put him on the bench, but you don't come on.
Yeah, and look, I've always defended Martial. I hate the lazy thing. I don't think he is lazy. And I think that's what disappointed me about Wednesday night is that those people who call him lazy could come out and go, look, I've told you he's lazy, because he did have a very lazy performance. But I don't think he is like that. But I'd have to say, as a fan of his, I thought he was dreadful on Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, he wasn't good. Look, Martial will know that himself. We can't just only keep saying hold up play, hold up play, hold up play. Like, do you know what I mean? Or he links it. Like, I think I've been guilty of that as a fan. You know, sometimes you have to want to demand more, and that's fine. I don't want him sold and saying he's crap. I just think he's in bad form, and we're better balanced with Cavani up top. We know that Rashford's in form. He's been very good this year. I say very good. His numbers are very good, and you know that he can produce these moments quite consistently against other players. Yeah. And Martial hasn't been that. Has he scored 2 goals this year or something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's been as bad as some people think he has, but I certainly I think
needs to play himself back into form.
Yeah, he's got to step up to the plate, hasn't he? He's got to provide his own platform to get back in the team. Anyway, we're very close to kick-off, mate, so I will get you back on at half-time. You've gone 2-1, and we're here now. We're here now. I'm starting to get a bit not nervous, but just, you know, what I'm more nervous about is losing this game, because I know what those Prats are going to be like if we lose.
I know.
They're coming for us if we do.
Yep, and if we win, then, you know, the night's ours. So probably be a 0-0 draw now.
Yeah, no, I don't want a bloody draw. I hope he's not playing for
Nah, exactly. All right, half-time, mate. See you then.
I'll see you at half-time, pal.
All right, cool.
You can follow Flex on Twitter at FlexUTD. It's you and me now. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, by the way. We were very close to 971,000 last time I checked. We'll have a look at that in a minute, but we're about to kick off for this game. And it's... look, I don't know what to expect. But let's have a look at how we're going to line up. Pogba's looking like he's to the left-hand side at the moment, so Rashford's going to play off the right, which is quite interesting. So we'll have to change the graphic on the screen, because Rashford's definitely on the right-hand side, which is even worse for me, because at least put Rashford on the left and put Pogba on the right. But now we're putting Pogba out of position and Rashford out of position as well, which is a little bit disappointing. But he has had a tendency to do this with Pogba, put him to the left-hand side. And we are off and running. And the timer is up and running as well. So let me just change this team, because Paul Pogba's on the left and Rashford's on the right. So Rashford comes across here, and Paul Pogba... Where are you, Paul? Paul Pogba comes across to here. So that's how it's looking on the team. And Luke Shaw back in the team as well. Fred back in the team. And Luke Shaw coming forward. And what we want to do in the first half is get these first few minutes is start on the front foot. I'm not saying we're going to dominate possession, but we're playing Arsenal. We're not playing Liverpool at Anfield, and we want to get up the pitch. We want to play higher up the pitch. Very, very important that we see that from United tonight. In the Power Off Cup. We're calling it the Power Off Cup because if you lose, you've got to turn your phone off. That's how it works with Arsenal and Manchester United. Arsenal getting hold of the ball here. They go back to... No, they didn't go to Leno, actually. Gone to Bellerin, and he'll look to clear it. But McTominay should get that to Maguire. Come on, get hold of the ball. It's a good start from United, this. Pogba lets it go. Definitely no press, no high line, defend deep technique, says Barath. Well, I wouldn't say that from the first minute. I mean, you've got to give it a few minutes to for the game to calm down anyway. But it's United have been in the Arsenal half for the first minute of this game, and they still are. So let's see how it goes. I mean, look, Arsenal have got a part to play in this game. Are they going to push us up the pitch? We complain about the creativity from the wing. Maybe that's why Pogba plays there. Give men an all right. My fourth super chat, I think. Big love from Bjorn, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Bjorn. And what a game to have my birthday on, says Toby Shepherd. Happy birthday. Welcome to the Members Club, Edwin Bolabalon. And thank you for the contribution, Joseph Tyrrell. Super chats you can do through the $sign if you want. And Nick P, hello Nick, says, Mark, if we don't win this, I have enough tins of corned beef to survive in the garden shed for at least a week. Come and join me in South East London. Yeah, no, as long as there's no electricity, Nick, I'm absolutely fine. I'll bring the DVDs and we'll survive on corned beef and box sets of The Office. No phones allowed, no electricity, no contact from the outside world, because it will be unbearable if Arsenal win this game. They're so loud, they're so aggressive, they're just going to be all in our face. Don't want it, don't need it. And you know what? Even if they do beat us, I can't be asked to say, we're still 7 points ahead of you. No. I won't even be saying that. The reality is, it'll be gutting if we lose this game. So we've got to be on it. And to be fair, we've started off in this first few minutes pretty decent on the ball. Hopefully there's a focus to what we're trying to do. We're using the ball intelligently. I've seen McTominay on the ball a couple of times. Fred's been on the ball a couple of times. We're clever with the ball. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Cross comes in. Better. Rashford wins the second ball. It's given a foul. Up yours, ref. Calm yourself. Ref! This is... Oh, who's the bloody ref? It's his mum does his hair. It's Michael Oliver. Bloody Jobsworth. Milk monitor. I didn't realise he was the ref. Oh, well, don't expect the game to flow. He'll slow it down. He'll slow it down more than a bloody snail. It's going to be like a snail's funeral, this. Michael Oliver, slowing it down. You want a clever ref in a game like this. Let it flow. Calm down. We've got them penned in at the moment. Go on then, we'll have that. Fred, McTominay's the ball. Move it quick, Scott, move it quick. Oh, no! The pass was on to bloody Pogba there. Go forward, not side. See, we've lost the bloody ball now. You see McTominay there was a diagonal to Pogba and he goes bloody sideways. And now we've lost the ball. Play the forward pass. He's got to learn to do that. There's no point in playing Fred. There's no point in playing Fred and McTominay if they're going to refuse the forward pass. Play the bloody pass forward. Who do you think we can sign tomorrow? Keep up the great work, Hugo. Man United won't sign anyone tomorrow. Diallo just wow, says Tom Custis. Chill out, calm down. It's early days. Right, here's Pepe on the left. Slips it into Smith Rowe. Maguire's across. Been watching for 7 months now. You've actually got me into watching football. You are much better than Gary Neville, says Ryan Johnson. Thanks, Ryan. Can you say happy birthday to my mum, Jade, says Joe Green. Happy birthday to Jade. And Arsenal just passing it around at the back at the moment. Apologies, I will be pumped up today. I've already said I'm more pumped up than a Lilo. It's a massive game. And my legs go in like mad under the table, which means there are just a handful of games every season where you get like this. Thanks for the super chat, Callum Turner. I don't get involved with children. I'm not interested in beefs or chickens with other rival fans. I'm way past all that babyish stuff now. So you can send a message back if you want. Grow up. I don't use Hot Mic anymore for watch-alongs. No, Tiny Mario 75. A good bit of play by Arsenal down the right-hand side. Luke Shaw should get back. Slips it in. Good tackle, Maguire on Pepe. And they've still got it here. Smith Rowe does well. Pepe with the cross. Lacazette's got it in the box. And Fred. And Luke Shaw. Nice little ball. Pogba. Go back, Pogba. Line it, Luke. Nice. Lovely play. I like the way United are doing that more and more. Passing it out from the back. There's a ball on from Bruno. And it's a lovely ball into Rashford. On the right-hand side. He's got a bit of space. Tries to go past Cedric. Nothing from the linesman. You twat. You absolute twat, linesman. He's looking straight at it and Cedric gives it a bit of that. Linesman didn't want to do it. Linesman didn't want to know. Oh, there's not much in it, actually. Not much in it. Not even going to be a foul by Xhaka. Play on. Arsenal got the ball. To be fair, look, we can all get lost in a moment, but I don't think that actually was a foul on Rashford. It looked like it was, but fair play to the linesman. Oh, here we go. Well read by Wan-Bissaka, who's tucking in on Lindelof again. Did you see that there? He was so tucked in on Lindelof. It's unbelievable. Now it's Rashford down the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka, come on, get it under control. Bruno. Better. I like what we're doing with the ball today. The use of the ball is much better. Go on then, Pogba. And ball! No. Yeah, we've been a lot more delicate with the ball. I quite like it. I like it a lot. So far, it's good. Rashford. Give him a pass. Good control. How many Carlings before you're legless, says Matthias. And me and my missus got a snake. Shall we call it Alexi, says Kieran Davies. Cross comes in. Ooh, Bruno got a little bit on that. Got a bit of a shoulder barge. He's saying to the ref he's never going to get a penalty for that. But it's a nice cross by Luke Shaw again. Cedric's just used his body there. It's not a penalty. Nah, never going to get a penalty for that. It's clever defending by Cedric, just using his body to block him off. I knew there'd be a few people in the live comments saying penalty, but not for me. He's blocked him off there. You're not going to get a penalty for that in the modern game. No way, no way, no way. Mana. Oh God. It's an exciting one, this, isn't it? But it's a good start from United. The first 8 minutes, we've actually dominated the ball, and Arsenal have not really got into the game at all. Good tackle by Fred. McTominay's in there. Well done to Luke Shaw. Come on, don't get caught under the press. Look at Arsenal pressing here. Where we going? Where we going, Harry? Luke Shaw does well. Pogba will hold it up. And again, United find themselves out of trouble from the Arsenal press. Although Maguire nearly gets into trouble. This is good from United. Brilliant. Absolutely superb from McTominay and everyone there. They've worked their way out of a press from Arsenal intelligently. Now it's Fred. Bruno. We're really using the ball really well so far. Oh, Wan-Bissaka. As soon as I say that, he plays a shit pass. I think we are playing a relatively high line. You know what? I think we are. Go on then, get the press in, Fred. That's it. Leno. Good start from United. You wonder whether we can keep this press up. Go on then. Oh, switches the play. Wan-Bissaka's in on him. That'll go for a throw-in. Good start. Good start to the Power Off Cup. 10 minutes gone. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Which way do you feel it's going to go? First 10 minutes is always good, says A Guy. And come on, United, keep this up, says Jack. I'm happy with the start United have had. I'm not saying we're dominating Arsenal by any means, but I'm happy with the start that we've had. And the reason I'm happy with this start is because of the hangover of Sheffield United. Let's keep it up. But Arsenal have got it on the left-hand side here. Wan-Bissaka. And come on. Mark, I'm from Ecuador, but born in America. But my brother said we don't need Grealish because he plays as a 10. And even on the left wing, he won't work out. What do you have to do to say about that? Says Matthias. Well, I'm trying to watch this game, Matthias, but yeah, Jack Grealish can play a multitude of positions, and I think he would be very welcome at Manchester United, but I think it would be dependent on Paul Pogba leaving Manchester United for that to happen. Pogba on the left-hand side. He's done quite well so far. Throw in. I'll tell you what, I'm happy with the start. I'd like to see a chance now. But we're so much better with Shaw and Fred, aren't we? I said that. Many of us said that the other night. We're so much better with them. Wan's movement's been good so far, SK. That's a nice ball in. Is Rashford onside? Yeah. Oh, bloody born offside, Marcus Rashford. Offside again. He's so bloody frustrating. Always offside. Time your runs, mate. How can you get caught offside that many times? Welcome to the Members Club, Joshua M23. We've got to work on that, because either the passes are too late or he's so fast. He doesn't. You know, if it was me, I'd have to time my runs perfection because I'm not very fast. But Rashford's quicker than most people. He doesn't need to go that fast. He's got the pace to beat them anyway. Oh, there's a bit of a fight going on here. Bruno's just got something in the face as well. Come on then. You want Sam? Do you want Sam? I love it. I love to be on the pitch there. I love it. Don't even know what went off. Yeah, Cedric got booked leaning on his hand on Bruno Fernandes, and then Xhaka came in and gave him a shove as well. And yeah, give him some, Bruno. Bit of temper, bit of fighting in this. That's what we want. Xhaka's a prat. Yeah, Xhaka is a prat. Do you think Wan-Bissaka tucks in so much from the ground and Lindelof because he knows a ball behind would take out both centre-backs? 100% the Connor. McTominay actually plays good now. Wan-Bissaka look on as well. And the line is higher as well, don't you think? I think the line is higher, Chelsea. And I think McTominay has started the game well. And I think Wan-Bissaka started the game well. Go on, Rashford. Oh, terrible first touch. He's got to get out of his bloody feet. Oh, Rashford. Bruno's giving it him. It's in his stride. Just hit it 20 yards and you've done him for pace. Got to get Rashford against Cedric now. He's on a yellow card. Get Rashford up against Cedric. Have him on toast. But the way we've used the ball so far today, really, really happy with it. How is that not a foul on Bruno there? Bloody refs are prat. Bloody refs are prat. Odegaard's on the bench. Yes, he is. Yeah, McTominay started off well. Fred, I think the whole team started off well for United. This has been a very good response to a terrible performance on Wednesday night. We look like a different side. I've not been drinking. No, I'm just hyped. I'm pumped up like a Lilo, as I said. This is a big, big game. You've got to go big in a game like this because if you lose a game like this, we're going to get bantered. I'll tell you what, Bruno could have got a yellow card then. He went straight down the back of Xhaka's ankle. Didn't get a yellow card, thank God. It was a bit naughty from Bruno Daz. I thought he might have got a yellow card for that. Someone said it could have been a red. Well, Ty would probably ban him for a year for that. And want a penalty as well. Good win by McTominay in the air there. Very good win. I'm very happy with this start from United so far. I'm very happy. Oh, Rashford. Rashford's just a bit off, isn't he, so far? And the thing about Rashford is he's such an explosive talent that it only takes. He's a bit like Take That. It only takes a minute to fall in love. But welcome to the Members Club, Jaden Lines. Thank you for joining. Joshua M23 as well. Breathe the pressure. Come play the game. I'll test you. Here we go. Oh, what's gone on here? It's a 3v3. Straight at Lacazette. Shoot straight at De Gea. Would have been better off feeding in Martinelli on the left there. United a little bit... little bit lucky that broke down in midfield. 16 minutes gone. United have looked good on the ball. I wouldn't say Arsenal haven't been good themselves. I just think United have started off very well. But as I would say, it's an interesting game. There's not been any chances at the moment. But I like the way we've used the ball. Wadu says AFTV are throwing a tantrum because of the Bruno challenge. You know what? This is like comparing them lot to us lot. We are like primetime Netflix series that we're going to win, BAFTAs and stuff. They're like CBeebies. That's the level of football knowledge there compared to here. It's been a good game so far. We've had a couple of good tackles going in. I actually embrace what Cedric did to Bruno and what Bruno did to Xhaka. It's, you want that little bit of bite. It's terrible ball by Wan-Bissaka though. But you want that. It's almost like these people don't remember what Keane and Vieira used to do to each other. It's Man United against Arsenal. You want a little bit of bite. You want a bit of a bit of a scrap. That's what you want. Rashford. Oh, go, 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 go. Go, Rashford. 3v2. Look at Bruno on the right. Feed it to Bruno. Oh, he's held onto it too bloody long again. Cavani's furious on the back post. Rashford again. He needs to bloody switch on. Holds on to the ball again. Too bloody long. Gets stuck. You know what he's thinking about? I want a shot. I want the glory. Just pass the bloody ball and Bruno's in. He's got him on. I tell you what, Rashford's got him on toast down that right hand side. He's on a bloody yellow card as it is, Cedric. Get at him. Don't sleep on Odegaard, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. He comes on, has the same catalyst-like potential for Arsenal as Bruno. I hope he does do really well for Arsenal after today. Good tackle by Fred, Cavani, Pogba. Let's have a look. Give him a pass. Give him a pass. Nice. Cavani. Where's the overlap? Luke Shaw. Into Bruno. He's got time. Heads it back to Fred. Good use of the ball here. Gets it wide to Wan-Bissaka. Wow, that's a shit cross by Wan-Bissaka, but it's a corner. Harry time. Watch Cavani's movement across the top line. He's pulling the defender towards the left, opening up the grass for Rashford, says Nick Simpson. Well, this is the chance for Rashford. Now, that's when he should have played it. I don't know what he was doing with the fake thing. He should have just... Now, when he moves his leg there, and then he doesn't do it. I'm sorry, Rashford End's product is awful, says Sean Negative Turner, and at his age, he will never get that now. Well... I don't know. I think Rashford can learn that. I think he can learn that. Corner for Man United anyway. 20 minutes gone. United have started off really well in this game. We've got the height. Luke Shaw's cross. It's a good cross. It's headed edge of the box. Fred. Oh, I thought he'd scored. Leno got his hand on it. Was it going in? Comes to Fred on the edge of the box. Does a little bit of a bouncy shot. Oh, I tell you what, it's a cracking save. I think that's dropping in from Fred. I'm pretty sure it's dropping in. Let's have a look. Show it me from behind. No, I think it was going wide, actually. I think it was going to hit the post. Great start from United, though. Really good. I'm really impressed with the way we've looked after the ball today. And I think that's been something we've worked on. Bruno with the cross to the back post. Maguire. Arsenal get it. Watch out. Go with him. Pepe. Back heel, watch out through the middle. That's all right. Good covering by Wan-Bissaka. De Gea's gone long here to Pogba. Brilliant ball out by Pogba, but Fred doesn't pick up the second ball. Fred plays the ball so much better than Matic, this pumpkin spice latte. He uses it quicker as well. I think Fred and Luke Shaw in the team make such a difference. I think after 20 minutes, you're sort of wondering why we couldn't play like this against Sheffield United. And I think a lot of it is to do with Luke Shaw and Fred. They just bring more... It's speed to the team. I'm not saying that I wouldn't actually say Fred's better on the ball than Matic, but he's definitely quicker. And that's gone for a goal kick. Bit of a sighter there. 20 minutes gone. Take a deep breath. Calm down. It's fine. It's been a good start from United. It could have been a lot worse. We've started games badly before. We're well in this game. Apparently Gary Neville's just said that Arsenal have been the better team. Tell him to turn the right channel on. I think he's watching MUTV or something. I think he's watching Arsenal United from 2000 and the early noughties. He's watching Arsenal United classic wins for Arsenal. There's no way Arsenal have been the better team. I think Man United have been really good. That's a nice little ball into Cavani. Has he got the legs? No, but he'll get a corner. Arsenal have been the better team. That must be somebody having a laugh. Is he having a laugh? He's having a bloody laugh. Oh, McTominay. What's wrong with McTominay? Is he asthmatic? Might have the shits or something like that. Don't do a Gary Lineker. Cross comes in, Luke Shaw. Oh, headed away. The trouble with these sort of games, I'm very, very happy with Manchester United and the way that we're playing. But what I would say is that, where's the midfield here? Partey streaming through. He's going to hit it. Well wide. Well wide. We're all right with that. Sheldon says you're a bell-ended freak. You're watching me. What does that make you? And McSauce went to the sideline for an Imodium. Swear they have everything in them little medical bags, says Joshua Bowater. I think he's probably got stomachache, hasn't he? Hey Mark, whatever the end result, I just hope the players try and work hard, says Mohamed Istris. Well, that's all you can ask for. I think that's what Ollie said yesterday. And to be honest, the start from United so far has been really good. As I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but the organisational, the way we've played, we have played a bit higher when we've got the ball. You know, even though we've got Maguire and Lindelof, we have played higher up the pitch. And our use of the ball has been good when we've got it. We've made sure that we've moved our way up the pitch. Bellerin with a shot. I think that's going to be a corner. Yeah, it's a corner for Arsenal now. So the first corner for Arsenal. We've got to defend this well. But yeah, I've been very, very impressed with the... I'm not saying Arsenal are out of the game. I'm not saying that. This is a very, very, very knife-edge sort of game, isn't it? But, I mean, Arsenal have had 5 attempts to our 1, but a lot of those have been long shots, to be fair. But, you know, Arsenal are a threat in this game. Some would say they were the favourites coming into this game because they're winning midweek. But I think when you look at the two teams on paper, we should be better than them. Zonal marking again. You can see it quite clearly that we're zonal marking. I don't like zonal marking. We've conceded a lot of goals from zonal marking. It's not come into the box yet. Anthony says, why have we not taken off? And he wins the header as well. Xhaka wins the header. I hate zonal marking. Anthony Jury says, why haven't we taken McTominay off? He's not moving well. Make a change. No, I would take McTominay off as well. I'm looking at him there. He doesn't look like he's happy at all. Luke Shaw. Oh, Rashford again. You've got to take that ball. It's to you, Marcus. Stop trying to bloody do little dummies. Keep the ball. We've done really well at doing that so far. Bruno. David Luiz plays across his own goal there. He's giving the free kick. Would you take McTominay off? Greetings from Oslo, says Red Savannah. United showing good energy. Please wish happy birthday to our younger brother Tore from his twin sisters Britt and Itya. Happy birthday, Tor. Could be Tor actually, T-O-R-E. Happy birthday. I hope you're a United fan and I hope we're going to win. Scott's struggling, says Craig. Rohan says take Scott McTominay off. Bloody hell. Well cleared by Luke Shaw. David Luiz heads it across the 6-yard box and you're just thinking, is there going to be an Arsenal player to get on the end of it? Lindelof gets caught under it. Luke Shaw gets rid of it. Look, if McTominay's fit is okay to stay on, you keep him on. But if he's had to take an Imodium, he's not feeling well, is he? You know, and we've all played football when we don't feel well, and it's like, can you give 100%? Has his energy levels got it? We're missing Rashford and Shaw partnerships as Jack Brown. Yeah, Arsenal's starting to come into it a little bit more at the moment. I've got to be honest. They are starting to get into the game more, which is... Oh, McTominay gets skipped past as well. What a ball. Was that Cedric again? Martinelli that time. Zayn will be very excited. There'll be a lot of activity and excitement around Zayn at the moment as Martinelli skips past Scott McTominay, puts a delightful ball in, and Lacazette's very, very close to getting on the end of it. Arsenal just starting to come into this game a little bit. Hands up. Put your hands up. United have gone a bit quiet. You can't dominate the whole game, though. And I think that for the first 20 minutes, we had a lot of the ball without creating a lot of chances. But Arsenal are going to come back into this game, of course. Pogba. Bruno's distribution has been very, very good. Last 10 minutes, Arsenal have had 66% of the ball, which fits in with the way the game has started to go. But we just need to use the ball a little bit more intelligently here. We've had a good start to the game. It's probably going to be a bit like that. You can't dominate the game all game. We look slow on the counter, says Chris M. Rashi, we don't have a lot of pace up there. Well, Pogba's not super fast like Martial or a Rashford, is he? And it's not really Cavani's game. Got it on the edge of the box here with Pogba. He's opened up a bit of space. Little dink. Rashford. Oh, well headed away. Who was that? Martinelli. I've been supporting United since he's 1990, and in my opinion, this team is still a work in progress, says Mahima Distris. This is embarrassing. We can't beat a team that got beaten by Sheffield United, says Sain Miasi. And so Rashford's got so much space here, and you've got to say that's really good. I don't know why I'm clapping an Arsenal player, but it's good defensive work by Martinelli. But it's a corner for United. Can we get something from a corner? Maguire. Come on. Cross comes in from Luke Shaw. And again, nobody anywhere near it. He's dominating them corners at the moment. Arsenal are dominating them corners at the moment. Nowhere near him. Martial is trash, says Cameron Heaton. He's not even playing. Lovely ball into the right-hand side for Bruno. He's kept it on. Go on, Rashford. Go on. Go on. Press it. Well in, Rashford. Now, where's Pogba? Pogba, Rashford. Bruno. McFred constantly get out, run over and can't also pass forward, says K Chino. It's the defensive Ollie's concerned about. At least Pogba can pass forward. And now it's Arsenal coming forward, and it's Pepe. Lots of step overs, shoots wide. He always, to be fair, Pepe always seems to cause Luke Shaw a problem. And Salah's a left-footed player as well, isn't he? It's a lovely ball by Smith Rowe. Pepe always does seem to cause Luke Shaw a problem. And I said this before the game, Luke Shaw can deal with people like Salah, but Pepe, to be honest though, that's never going in. Luke, that looks like he skinned Luke Shaw, but to be fair, Luke Shaw's got the angle covered there. He can't score from there. It's good play by Pepe, but he can't score from there. What is that from Rashford? I tell you what, Rashford's not having a good game. Pogba. Fred does well. Half an hour gone. I'm more nervous now than I was at 10 minutes ago. It's the longer it goes on at 0-0, the less of the game is left. I know that sounds like a Michael Owen quote, but it's true. And the more important the first goal becomes. But it's been an equal game so far. It's been exactly what we thought. And actually, I think it's been a better game than we thought. Both teams are actually playing their part. There's been a few opportunities. It's not been it's not been like Liverpool United a couple of weeks ago. It's been a lot more. There's a lot more going on. Fred and McTominay are being outpaced, says Mr. Bra. I don't think McTominay look at McTominay. He does not look fit at all. Rashford with a shot wide. But every time I look at McTominay, you can sort of see the grimacing in the way that he's running. Look. It's just this level, get him off. Why not take McTominay off and put Donny on the wing and put Pogba into a more central position to Stephen Atkinson? Yeah, I agree. I don't get it. I don't get it. But look, maybe they think that the Imodium's going to kick in. Or whatever it is that he's taken. Luke Shaw whips a cross in. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, God. Wins the header, but doesn't get the direction. Tell you what, if he gets this on target, it's a lovely cross by Luke Shaw. If he gets this on target, he's causing Leno a bit of problems, isn't he? Oh, well, he didn't. How the game looking so far, Mark? Won't be home in time to watch it, says TNS Ace. And Ollie obviously doesn't want to make the substitution. I'd say first 20 minutes, really happy with Manchester United and the way that we've moved the ball. Arsenal have grown into it a little bit more. Bruno's in the box. Oh! I thought he'd scored. Runs into it on the box. Cuts David Luiz in half. Gets the little finesse finish, and I thought he'd beat Leno. Lovely ball by Pogba. Bruno gets there. Cuts back on him. Oh, how close is this from behind? Let's have a look. Leno just can't get near it. That's not the angle. It's not far off. It's not far off. Good play by Bruno. Good play by Pogba. Zach says, how did he not score? It wasn't not an easy chance. He's done all right. Probably our best chance of the game, that, to be honest. What's gone on with Scott, says Aidan. He came over to the side, took a tablet or something, and he's clearly struggling with something to do with his stomach, but he's still running around, and you can sort of see him grimacing. So it's like, look at him there. Look at him. He's not running properly. He's putting his head down. He's running you've got to take him off. Watch McTominay. When he's running, he's not running at full pelt at all. Look, he keeps looking down. I don't know why we've not took him off. I mean, I think he's played well, but he's clearly not running around. Look at him in the middle of the pitch. He's got to come off. Put the ball out and come off. Look, he's got to come off. Kick the ball off. That is a joke. He's not going to bring him. He's not going to put himself off. You've got to take him off. Look. Get him off. Get him off now. It's unbelievable. This is a fucking Premier League game. Get him off. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter whether if it's Bruno or whatever. You've got to get him off. Rashford. Right, off. Get him off now. The ball's out. Do it. He's got to come off. He's gone down. Martial's coming. There we go. Pogba in the middle. Pogba in the middle. In you go, Paul. Here we go. It's unlucky for McTominay because I thought he'd actually started off the game quite well, but he's got to go off. Unlucky. Now, can Pogba get hold of the midfield? And this is probably the team I would have liked it to see. I bet if he has I tell you what, I bet if Scott McTominay goes and has had a good big poo, he'll be fine. I've had that before. It's a shame I think he was just trying to get to half time, and then he would have been like, "Can I have the news of the world or the Daily Star?" And I'll be back in 10 minutes. He'll feel like a different man after a big shit, but you just can't. We can't wait another 10 minutes. So pressure on Pogba now. It's not the way that Ollie wants. I tell you what, I've started to. I'm really bad. I've got a stomachache now, and I'm nowhere near McTominay. I just don't like sickness bugs or anything like that. Martial, come on, you can do it, says Mr. Bra. And why hasn't Martial already warming up? Did Ollie really think McTominay would run that off? Says Pumpkin Spice Latte. I tell you what, McTominay did run straight down the old tunnel. And I don't think it'll be the only thing running down a tunnel in a few seconds, but that's a bit crude. Ollie's clueless, should have come off ages ago, says DBX. And Vibe, put in laxative in Scotty's drink and still can't get subbed in. That's Van der Beek, says Kamal. Love how Scott has to go down before Ollie notices he's hurt. Clueless. I mean, look, to be honest with you, I'm sure Ollie did notice that Scott was not looking good, because we were noticing it from here. He just kept, every time he passed the ball, he went down on his, bend over. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. This is very evenly poised game at the moment. And I think Arsenal have come back into it. I felt that United were probably just a bit on top in the first 20 minutes, but Arsenal have come back into it, and it's now turned into a very equal game, which is what happens when you can't get an early goal. He might have COVID, says Noah Brown. Well, he might. Rashford should be on the left, mate. I'm tired of this, says Ali. Well, he's not going to be on the left with Martial on the pitch, is he? But look, big pressure on Martial now. Should he have been the first substitution? I don't know. But he's got to get his head up and he's got to work hard today, Tony. Dreadful on Wednesday night. But we've got Fred and Pogba in the midfield. It's unlucky for Scott, but we have got it. And a lot of us think that Fred and Pogba are our best midfield too. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a see. You'd expect Fred to sit in a bit more now. Pogba might get more licence. What's your thoughts on empty? I don't know what that is, thought. And Martial brace incoming, says Savage Black. Rookie mistake, got to get that pre-game dump in, says Cole Vance. Good tackle by Pogba. Goes wide. Oh, come on, Paul. Fucking hell, we've got a bit scrappy now. First 20 minutes, as I said, we were really looking after the ball. Last 10 minutes, we've been a bit sloppy on the ball. Five minutes to half time. Martial already having a better game than the other night, says Ben. I mean, I knew someone would say that, and to be honest with you, it wouldn't be hard. Oh, he's got a corner there, Martial. Well won. Stick your foot in. Can I just shout out, if you've played United Stand Picks, the 4 random winners for the Man United replica shirts, which Flex was talking about the other night. Jamie F 1999, Konski 93, Willie 88, and Luke 200 217. So you are the winners of the 4 United Republic shirts. Maguire wins the header, no Powell on it. Shackles off the team, boys. If I was Zayn, I'd turn the game off if Arsenal don't score before half time, because it's going to be a heck in the next 45, says Gabriel Noel. Confidence. And Ollie finally getting in subs earlier. 21 at 21, says Stray 79. Yeah, but he's had to do an early sub, isn't he? McTominay was begging to go for a poo. He had to take him off. Pogba. Into Van Bissaka. Give it back to Bruno. Nigel Brennan says, not even the shits can get Van der Beek on. Arsenal starting to sit in a bit here. Like, most of their players are in behind the ball at the moment. Playing very defensive, Arsenal, at the moment. That might be something that you've not noticed, but they are playing. Look how high that United's line is. Arsenal really sitting in. But it's not United, so it won't be called parking the bus. But they are playing very, very deep here, Arsenal. Change the team, Mark. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Let me just... McTominay off. Martial on. Pull Pogba into here. Put Tony over here. Hello. There we go. United still got the ball here. Martial. Turn. Better. Fred. Pogba. Look how deep Arsenal are sitting here. Lovely ball out to Shaw. Oh, God. Cross from Luke Shaw again was fantastic. And Wan-Bissaka just swings his foot at it. But he wins it back. Rashford. Fred. Give it to Pogba. Oh, Bruno. Luke Shaw. Why didn't Rashford hit it? Why didn't he hit it? Oh, it's a foul right on the edge of the box. Why didn't Rashford hit it? He's got it. Oh, I went quiet. I'm like, it comes to Rashford on the back post. He doesn't shoot. He starts doing all this bloody turn shit and you're like holding your breath. I don't know whether he could have got the shot off, to be fair. It's late on Bruno on the edge of the box, but he should have hit it. Maybe, to be fair to I don't know. You're just like, hit it. But we've got a really good opportunity for a free kick on the edge of the box here. Bruno's been fouled. It's probably a little bit too close, actually, because to get it up and over is going to be very difficult. But Bruno's on it. Oh, God. Heart in your mouth. Heart in your mouth time. Oh, just before half time. Be nice to get a goal. Rashford starting to piss me off, says Aiden 10. Renate says keep it up. Zane saying they're missing some of their good players. His midweek performance, Martial did not deserve to make an appearance today. Donny must have thought perfect opportunity, says Lee Taylor. Well, Bellerin's lying on the floor. Ollie rather change multiple players around than change tactics and bring Martial on who had a bad game, says why though. Yeah, I've not thought about that. Wan-Bissaka has been good today, says Ryan. So this free kick could be the last bit of action of the first half. How do you think United are playing so far, says Cammy? I think we're a lot better than the Sheffield United game, which is the most important thing. And I don't know what happened there. It's gone for a corner. Cameraman screwed up there. David Luiz did really well. That was going in. I think that was going in. All the times that Rashford was selfish and that was the one time he chose not to shoot, says Jacob Hexmer. Fantastic free kick by Bruno. It was hard to do it. Hard to get it in. Luke Shaw. Cavani's gone down, but he wants it again. Frogba dominating the midfield. Change the game, says Ash G. No, you're not going to get a penalty for that, are you? Luke Shaw. Martial, blocked. I think that's going to be half time. Oh no, Fred's won it. Oh, he's given a free kick. You prat. You bloody prat. I think that was going in from Bruno, you know. That was going in. And I think he's blown for half time. And to be honest, you come away from that half somewhat dissatisfied. I just felt we were there, but not quite there, if that makes sense. I think we were the better team in that half. You know, I'm not saying Arsenal were terrible, and I'm not saying United were superb, but I think we had the better of that half, and we just couldn't convert it into a chance, which is disappointing. But half-time stretch, yeah. But look, I suppose the bottom line for me is I'm very happy with that half. I don't think anybody can complain. I mean, McTominay going off is a shame, but I think actually Pogba and Fred is the midfield I wanted to see anyway. Martial's got to turn it on in the second half. Rashford's been poor again. Cavani's been industrious, but Bruno and Pogba have used the ball really, really well, and I think that's provided the platform for Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka to get higher up the pitch. And look, you're not going to dominate the ball for 45 minutes against Arsenal, but I felt for a good half an hour we were very good on the ball. Arsenal are a good side, and they've given us they look a threat, and it's 0-0, and it can go either way. But considering how bad we were against Sheffield United, I think it's safe to say, in my opinion, we've had a response. Those players have played a lot better than they did. And I think Fred and Luke Shaw have allowed that to happen as well. So I'm happy with that. I don't think it means we're going to win the game. I think we've got to keep that up in the second half, and we've got to be a little bit more clinical. But I think Bruno, Pogba, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Fred, they're the players that have given us that platform in the midfield and in the defence to get forward. And we have played a higher line with Maguire and Lindelof as well. So what you want to see is a bit more from Rashford. He's just that left back's on a yellow card. So we've got to get at that. We've got to try and get Cavani into the game a little bit more as well. But look, it only changed a few minutes before half-time with the McTominay and injury anyway. In essence, I'm very happy with that half of football from Manchester United. And I think we've got reason to be the happier of the two. But look, we could still lose this game. We've got to be a bit careful in relation to that. Flex, can you hear me? See if we can get Flex on. I've got a super chat here. You really need to watch that Arsenal counter-attack, says Tom McDermott. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what anyone else thinks. I think Arsenal are playing very, very deep. Arsenal remind me of how we were predicted to play, actually. They're playing very, very deep. Very deep. That epitomises Rashford, Mark. An instinctive striker has a crack at that chance. Rashford doesn't. Scorer of great goals only, says Andrew Kelly. Flex, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that half?
Yeah, moments for both teams. You're right. Arsenal are playing very deep, but I think that's more of a, United struggle. I've been proven that they're struggling to break down teams. Let's stay compact. Let's not give Bruno Fernandes much space to operate in. And plus, our ball retention hasn't been good enough as well. I think Fred's given away the ball quite a few times, Pop a couple of times. Although Pogba wasn't getting much of the ball out on the left, but anything he did try and do was looking positive. And I think that changed with McTominay getting a stomach bug or whatever he's eating. Hopefully he's all right. But that could actually help us. Yes, what we might lose in what we were talking about. Actually, it's weird because we were literally talking about this at the beginning of the game, before the game. And, Ollie obviously trusts that more, but he's had to go against it now and go for it. He could have just put on Matic in there. Do you know what I mean? And kept that same sort of system going, which would have been a defensive one. But the fact that he just brought Martial on straight away, Pogba, you go in there and do that, shows that he's like, okay, out of those two gambles, I'll go with the Pogba trying to create something. And I think that's the right thing to do. Even if, look, Pogba could be at fault for something and someone's going to say that's why Matic should have played. But for me, that game was starting to drift in a little bit where it's like we're not really looking after the ball too well in the centre of the park, and we need someone who's going to try and get passes going, create from deep, and make things happen. I did say I wanted Rashford on the left. On the right-hand side, I don't know. I just think he doesn't get at people enough for me, because he's just more instinctively better on the left. He knows that he can just get at his man, cut in, and lay it off or shoot, or he could just make something happen coming in on his stronger foot. But I don't see Rashford getting at his man and then wanting to come in on his left, So that's what is hurting us a little bit. So we'll see how we go. But, the counter-attack, yes, it's true. We have to be careful because when Fred's give it away a couple of times and Smith Rowe on the break, Partey on the break, where everyone just backed off, they've given us enough warning signs.
I just got a bit of breaking news as well. McTominay's gone to the toilet okay. No complications. All clean. One flush. And he feels a lot better now. So I'm joking. I don't know whether that's true. But we presume a good poo might help. But look, I do feel that Manchester United might be the team that are trying to win this game more than Arsenal. I mean, I'm not saying that Arsenal don't want to win the game. But, we have seen a higher line from Lindelof and Maguire. I think Wan-Bissaka's had a really good half. Luke Shaw, probably having the harder game because he's up against Pepe, and Lacazette's drifting that side as well, and Bellerin's, Arsenal's weaker side is Martinelli and Cedric, as we know. So Wan-Bissaka has exploited that by getting forward. I think we've, a lot of the time you've seen Lindelof and Maguire on the ball in the Arsenal half. So we've had and also as well, just that free kick from Bruno was fantastic. If David Luiz doesn't head that's in.
Yeah,
Leno's
probably
not
in
even
that,
moved.
yeah.
So I just hope we can build on it in the second half, because games are often a game of two halves, aren't they? And I think that we are trying to win this game. It's important to win this game, and I'm sure a point's, a lot of people would say a point's probably more likely, because nobody wins and then there's no big drama, is there? But I think we are trying to win it more than Arsenal. I think what Arsenal are trying to do is win it by defending well and then taking a chance on the break sort of thing, or a corner. But we must be careful, because if they bring Odegaard on, that could change the game as well. How do you feel the second half's going to go? Because we've not really got anything on the bench now that's going to change it. All our best players are on the pitch.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm going to go with the theme of, as soon as you see Pogba sort of come into that mid central position, and like we did start to towards the end of the half, I'm going to go with. I think he can have a growing influence. I said at halftime Pogba's key in the second half, and I'm going to go with that. I think Arsenal will continue to play in the same way. I don't think Arteta will go, oh, that went better than we thought, go for it more. He's not going to do that. I think they will continue to play as they are, because have we really, apart from the Bruno chance, and I know the Rashford one where it came across, he could have done better. But in terms of getting in behind him and Leno, making loads of saves, it hasn't really happened. We haven't opened them up much, apart from a couple of times they've given the ball away. So Arteta won't change the way they play. So I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing, but with a bit more urgency. I think we need to just play quicker and definitely look after the ball more. Cavani, he's working hard, but he's not really touching the ball in the box. He's just like you always say, our strikers don't really get chances, No. And I think that's because Rashford's playing on the right. He's not just trying to whip a ball in. I mean, Ollie spoke about the crosses, and now Martial's on. We need to see how he links up. But I just want to see Rashford on the left, man. I just think we get more out of him there.
Yeah, look, Rashford gets a lot of criticism, and I think that I don't really get it. I love Marcus Rashford. I think he's a fantastic player. His final ball, again, let him down. His indecisiveness, again, let him down. But I don't know whether it's true. Chuba was saying that Solskjaer had come to the edge of the technical area and said, take him on, he can't defend. And I think that whether you're playing on the right or the left, you're up against the fullback that's on a yellow card. I like Rashford when he doesn't overthink things, and I think a couple of times today he's overthought it. And just do what you think. Play the pass or hit the shot. You can't be criticised then. Well, you will be, but you'll learn it at the end of the game. But I would never, as bad as Rashford might have played, and I just don't think he's the player to take off, because you just know him.
Oh, no, you don't take him off. No, because
he can just do something.
Yeah,
because he's that sort of.
He can
player.
give you a moment. But I just think the problem is that when he plays on the right, this is how I see it. Anyway, in my opinion, I just don't see him as willing to run at people on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Because it's like when he starts there, he's not a winger in terms of he wants to beat the man and whip it. That's not his game. He wants to drive inwards to shoot or to make towards the goal.
Yeah.
And him doing that on his left foot, I just don't think he's quite comfortable with that, which is why I think he's more effective and better balance for us on the left. And going against Bellerin as well. I know Cedric, like he said, is on the yellow card, so true. But I don't know. But then the same. Well, look, I think it's because we don't have a proper right hand side. That's what it is. And if Martial was out there, I'll probably be saying the same thing. So I'm here with that. But definitely not looking to take Rashford off. I know people are frustrated because he maybe didn't think quick enough or make the right decision for that half chance we had when Luke Shaw crossed it. But he's gonna provide you a moment. He is.
Am I going mad, or is Rashford's consistently playing bad and no one says anything about it? Says Lamb. No, I think people do say everything about it, but I just think he's that player. Marcus is overthinking it, whether he's on the right or the left, says Curtis Russell. The problem with Rashford is he doesn't use his left foot enough, but he is the player that can suddenly wake up and send defenders back to school. I agree, Sharath, Kamath Fitness.
Yeah, I think the way he skipped past Saka.
Yeah. And I think Rashford makes a decision, sees another option, then freezes, says Stramina. He does get sort of stuck in decisions sometimes, and I think he is that player that you just want him to make a decision. But I think as well, from a tactical point of view, Ollie might not have expected the way Arsenal have played. They've played very, very deep and looked to counter. A bit like probably like we were expected to play, and maybe that's the way Arteta thought it would play. So, although McTominay's injury is unforeseen, actually, it might help us, because if Arsenal are going to sit back, you need a creative player in the midfield too, and we've now got that with Pogba.
Do you know what happened? I thought with the McTominay thing is that sometimes it takes for something else to happen to force your hand. When really, when the game's like not going well, but everyone's fit. So say for example, McTominay wasn't ill, right? What we would have done, obviously, his first half and stuff, is kept it going. When actually, if you want to impact the change and change the dynamic of the team, you should be looking at things like that at halftime anyway.
Yeah.
To say, nah, this isn't really working. McTominay, this isn't really game for you. Pogba, you come in there. Let's try and I can sense something there. But it's very safe. I agree with you. It's a very safe way of playing, which Solskjaer has, especially in these big games.
I thought McTominay started the first 10 minutes quite well, but then, you know...
Yeah, he done all right. He
probably kept him on too long, hoping he would come back, because you just could see him doubling up for about 15 minutes. So it was totally right to bring him off. But, you know, in a way, I wanted Pogba and Fred to play anyway. So, but not in those circumstances. But the reality is we've got that now, and, you know... Let's see. You know, it's Fred and Pogba against a bigger team that Ollie didn't want to do it in. So you know, Pogba's got his chance there.
That Bruno chance, man. I thought I was just waiting for the net to bulge.
I thought he'd got that. Leno thought he was in trouble as well, didn't he? But,
yeah.
Should have been Donny van de Beek for McTominay and then later on for Martial. Yeah, Etienne says that. I wasn't on social media for that, but I could see it in the live comments. There seemed to be a lot of people saying that, you know, Martial played absolutely shit on Wednesday. Donny van de Beek never gets a chance. When he does, he plays well. Why could he not bring Van der Beek on? You know, you could have put Pogba in on the right. You could have put
Pogba trust, though, isn't it? We know where we're at with
Donny
him.
on the right.
Doesn't trust him. He doesn't.
An underperforming Martial on the pitch. So
there you go. Exactly. He doesn't trust Donny yet. I think we have to just write off this year for Donny in terms of, which is I think is a bit disrespectful, because unless we're not in training, but I'll be very surprised if it was Donny was struggling to cope with the pace or the physicality, and people say he's quite lightweight and stuff, and I kind of bought into that misconception, but he's actually over 6 foot. You know what I mean? He's not little like Fred. So I just think that Solskjaer has seemed to have written off this season in terms of him playing a bit more an integral role, and just put this as more of like an adjustment season for Donny, because it, like you said there, exactly, you'd rather put a not informed Martial in than chance it with Donny out there. But then saying that, you want someone who's maybe going to go at the fullback, test Bellerin, get at him. Donny would keep it simple and use the ball well and offer something different. But maybe Solskjaer, that shows that actually he's trying to attack. He's trying to go for it. Like I said, even bringing on Martial instead of Matic is a positive thing.
Yeah, definitely. Because he could have done that, like you said. It's my 30th,
Exactly.
says Tobias. Please apologise to the missus. She's made plans, but I'm watching you in the game, Up United. Happy birthday to you, mate.
Happy birthday, man.
We've got to be careful, though, because they have got Odegaard. I mean, look, he's not bloody Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not or Messi. He's not that. But he is a player that could change things around for Arsenal if he does come on. So, and I'm sure he will come on at some point. It's very important that we score first in this game.
Very. Do you know what? Great point. Because even before the game, I'm thinking
just because of how they're set up as well, they're going to sit deep.
Exactly, and they will get confidence from that. And look, they're proving why they haven't conceded many goals. This is what I mean about bantering Arsenal all the time and saying they're this, they're that. Every time they play against us, they never resemble anything like what we've been bantering. It's just a fact. And to give them their respect, like I said, they've only conceded 2 goals in the last 6 games. So, is he coming on at half time? Is he?
I don't think so. I think he was just warming up.
He's warming up quite sharp though.
Thoughts on whether Wan-Bissaka getting forward has been a tactic or unplanned? Either way, very unique for us. I think it's clearly a tactic.
That's weird. Yeah. Do you know what? Arriving late for crosses, getting headers.
Yeah.
It's different. That definitely is tactical. Him, really being advanced. Really being advanced.
Players are coming out. I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise to McTominay. I despised him being in the starting lineup, so I think I made him sick. Hopefully he's okay. I'm sure it wasn't your fault, Sheikh, but I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just, I think we've all played football with a bug before, and it's sapping, isn't it? You want to play on, but sometimes you just can't, and I think we've had to make the substitution there. He's still confident of the win, Flex? Half time now. Obviously, you've seen 45 minutes of the game.
Leaning more towards a draw now, but I'm going to go with the win still.
Good. Okay, well, we'll see you on the fan forum with KG and the lads.
Nice
Hopefully we're celebrating a win.
Yes, come on.
Speak to you in a bit, pal.
Nice one.
You can follow Flex on Twitter @FlexUTD. Players are coming out onto the pitch right now. Let's go get it. Second half. So look, Bruno was limping. He's about to come off, says Shankar. I doubt it. I doubt Bruno will come off. Bruno will play on. Willian is coming on for Arsenal at half time. I would imagine it might be for Martinelli, but I'm sure that will make some Arsenal fans happy. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch enough of Arsenal to know, but I know speaking to And seeing some clips last week and speaking to some of the AFTV lads over the last couple of days, they don't rate Willian. So it would... Well, no. It is Martinelli coming off, as we thought it would be. So, second half, I want to see Manchester United get hold of this game. Mark van der Beek is Woodward's not signing and he's not Ollie, says Mikael. I'm nervous because I think if Arsenal score first, it'll be hard. I remember when Arteta first took the job and they won the FA Cup and they beat Man City and they beat Liverpool in that time. And, you know, they had this, you know, Man City and Liverpool dominated the ball, but Arsenal got a goal and then Man City and Liverpool couldn't score against them. And I think, you know, that's one thing that Arteta has sort of drilled into that Arsenal side. It's the ability to not concede goals. And if you score a goal and you don't concede goals, you win a game, don't you? Simple as that. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Kick-off for the second half is here. Breathe that pressure in. Breathe that pressure in. Let's see what happens. And it's a free kick early on for Arsenal in their own half. Oh, I love it, and I love it, but I hate it. I'd hate to lose this game, you know. I'd hate to lose this game. I hate to lose any game, but I'd hate to lose this game. I really would. I think they've probably got Willian on. You know, Mr. Kramer was talking about Wan-Bissaka and whether it was tactical, whether he's playing higher up the pitch. I think they've probably brought Willian on to counter that because Martinelli, as the left-sided player, hasn't been able to stop Wan-Bissaka getting forward, has he? So they probably brought Willian on to try and push him back up the pitch. Because he did get forward a lot in that first half. Here's Rashford. Oh, fucking hell. If you didn't like Rashford's first half performance, you're going to absolutely hate that. 4 United players on the run. Rashford's got the ball and runs straight into an Arsenal player. Yeah. He's not having a very good game, Rashford, at the moment. But he is that sort of player that can change a game, but he's got to do better than that. Got to do better than that. In that situation, you've got to do better than that. Rashford's going to get a 3 out of 10 at this rate, says Jamie Stubbs. Yeah, but then, the thing is, I always think with Rashford, just wait till the end of the game because he could win you the game. He is that sort of player. He can win you the game because he's so... There's a word for Marcus Rashford. It's flair. He's such a flair player. He could just win the game for us, and I hope he can. Especially when you're up against the player who's got a... Here we go. Good tackle by Martial. Fred. Hospital pass by Bruno. It's a shame. Martial had made the run. Mark, what's gone wrong with Martial? Is it just lack of confidence, says Krishan? I don't know. He's a clutch player, says Vico. I know what you mean, yeah. Here's Pepe. Feeds it into Bellerin. Cross comes in. It's a goal for Arsenal. Oh, what a block by Wan-Bissaka. Oh, what a block. He should have dealt with the cross in the first place. It comes to Willian on the back post. I'm like, he's going to finish that. He's going to finish that from there. And I don't know whether he makes a good connection, but Wan-Bissaka makes a good block. Yeah. Was this going in from Willian? No, I think Lindelof and De Gea had it covered anyway, but it could have been a goal, that. Bit lucky from United. Big chance for Willian. He'll be getting pelters, I'm telling you. Headed away by Bruno. So a tense start to this first few minutes of the half. Could have been 1-0 to Arsenal there. Found its way to Willian on the back post. Just shows you, however this game's going to go, if the first goal goes to Arsenal, the way they're defending, it will be very, very difficult. Apparently, Arsenal have scored more goals between 46 minutes and 60 minutes than anybody else this season as well. So they're a good team after half-time. Oh, another block. This time it's Maguire. We've got to be careful here. Arsenal going up a few gears. You can see why they do it. Williams causing them all sorts of problems on that left-hand side now. It's a different game. They're using that left-hand side more. They're doubling up. They know that Rashford doesn't like to track back, and it's 2v2 a lot. Where is Rashford? Centre. Fred does a good job. Goal kick. Lovely cross by Willian. And I tell you what, that's a brilliant block by Harry Maguire, because the way Pepe gets hold of that, De Gea would have had to... I don't think De Gea would have saved that, you know. I think that would have been a goal. It's a fantastic block by Harry Maguire. But Arsenal starting to get hold of the ball a bit here. United need to work. Well, to be honest, Wan-Bissaka's going to get booked. So that's our right back and their left back on a yellow card. That's not what you want against Willian. Need to make changes, says Mark Glover. I mean, it's not what I was going to say. It's not the end of the world for us to have a bit of Arsenal pressure and try and hit them on the break a little bit. But it's all right saying taking Rashford off, but who are we going to bring on? This is the problem, though. It's a game of two halves, isn't it? I thought first half we're well in the game. The start of the second half, Arsenal have been the better team in the first 5 minutes of this half. And if it's like that, a game can change very quickly. Willian with the cross. No, Pepe with the cross. Headed away. That's a corner. You're not having to defend a lot here at the moment. Fabio says, I think Arteta's sussed Ollie out. Well, I hope not. I hope not. We're not zonal marking this time. We are zonal marking. We are. Don't worry, I'm talking to myself. A lot of Arsenal players in and around De Gea here. Get rid of it, Tony. Oh, for fuck's sake, get rid of it. Good kick away by Wan-Bissaka. Go on then, Rashford. Oh, Marcus. Just can't hold the ball up at the moment. Well in by Lindelof. Good pass by Maguire. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are we doing? They're pressing us here, Arsenal. That's it, De Gea. Just boot it up the pitch. We've put Rashford up front at the moment. We've put Cavani right wing. Pogba. Well done, Pogba. Into Bruno. That's it. Get a bit of the ball. That's it. Get a bit of the ball. Luke Shaw. Martial. Pogba. That's better. Get a bit of the ball. That's what you want. Bit of ball. Bit of ball. Luke Shaw. Nice little flick. And that's not going to work. We look underwhelming and disjointed, says JB. Need to pick up the pace and accuracy of passing. Need to get back to what we were doing in the first 10 minutes. Just using the ball. Living in Prague, but my son is making me send this donation, which he got from the Tooth Fairy. Great content, by the way, says IKEA Shurak Supports Club. IKEA Shurak. Thanks, pal. Thanks for the super chat. Arsenal have had 83% possession in the second half, so we need a bit of the ball. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, if you're looking for an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer substitute, I'd say 87 minutes. It's a nice ball by Fred into Martial. To Pogba. Lacazette dives. Don't know what he's on about. Oh, good tackle by... Good interception by David Luiz. It's funny how Lacazette can go down injured and then... What a tackle by Fred. Goes down injured, but as soon as Arsenal win the ball up, he's got more bounce than Zebedee. Come on. It's back with Leno. Great tackle by Fred, that was. Arsenal looking to break. The way Arsenal are playing, they're set up to break on us more than we are breaking on them. The problem is Pogba in the midfield too. I know he plays there for France, but we'd need to sign half the French team for him to play there for us, says Martin Richards. We need a specialist CDM, don't we? That's what we need. a centre-back and a right winger. And you know, that's not rocket surgery. We've been saying that for a long time. We know that we need all that. Well played by Pogba. Bruno. Frenzy ball there. Nice ball to Rashford on the right-hand side. And Leno kicks it away. At least we've had a bit of ball for the last few minutes. God, I feel nervous. Do you feel nervous? What's happening here? And Willian's gone down with something. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, by the way. We've got a little bit of break in the play here. Willian's just gone down. I don't know what happened with him. I think he might have... I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. I think he's hurt his knee. We're 10 subscribers away from 972,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner if you're watching. Willian, I don't know whether he's going to have to come off here. Van der Beek is just shaking hands with Odegaard. I don't know how they know each other, because one's Norwegian and one's Dutch, but they are doing it anyway. Some games are hairy. Good on Ollie for keeping the balance as Gertchen. I think this is just a typical game between two sides that, you know, want to win. They've both got blonde hair. God, I tell you what, I'm starting to feel like Scott McTominay. I've got this horrible feeling in my stomach because I'm just like, you know, if Arsenal nick this game 1-0, that's it. That's it. I think, you know, that is it. We can't win it. I don't think we can win the title anyway, but it just puts us into a horrible situation. Also, you've got to put up with all the crap from them lot as well. I didn't realise stop play for an ankle, says Matt Menko. No, I don't know why they stopped play there. I don't know. Maybe they thought it was a head injury. Go on, Maguire. Go on, keep going. What is Michael Oliver doing in this game? What is he doing in this game? They played against each other in Netherlands and they are blonde, says Chelsea. Pogba's got it in the middle of the pitch anyway. Anyway, after that first 5 minutes where Arsenal had a lot of the ball, United have actually got hold of the ball a bit more in this last 5 minutes, so that's better. If United win the league, can I come round for tea? Says Ollie Saunders. Maguire gets it wide to Luke Shaw. Into Fred. Little dink. Martial. Luke Shaw. Oh! How did that not go in? Luke Shaw whacks it across the face of the goal, and Cavani, I don't think Cavani gets on it, but it's lovely play. Luke Shaw gets it into Fred. Little dink by Fred. Martial plays it into Shaw. Shaw's cross, and I don't know whether Cavani's put this wide or not. I think he has. I don't know how he's missed. How's Cavani missed that? Oh, he's got a corner, that's why. He didn't miss. Rashford with the... Luke Shaw with the corner. Headed away. Edge of the box. Bruno does well. Gets it to Fred. I don't think it was a miss because it was a corner. It must have been one of those ones where you pass it in and then it captures a deflect. Hit it, Rashford. Hit it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Marcus Rashford. He's having a right bad game. Wan-Bissaka covers it. He's not having a good game, Rashford, I'm afraid. Really is having a stinker. And that's a terrible ball by Fred. And Arsenal have got players forward here. Mark, can you shout out my son Evan? He's watching Man United for the first time. Shout out to Evan. Neil McIver saying that. Thanks for the contribution from Chris Burney as well. Get Greenwood on for Rashford. How many mistakes can Rashi do and be forgiven? Says Den. Why does Rashford get away with playing this poorly? Martial gets so much stick. Rashford has been shocking for weeks. Absolutely dreadful. Get him off, says Jack. And Rashford plus Wan-Bissaka equals 0 football IQ, says Jordan Brown. Rashford is playing as good as the UK does at Eurovision. Not good. Bring James on. Change it up a bit, says ESC Connor. I don't think he'll ever take Rashford off. I don't think he will, and I think he won't take him off for the reason I've just tweeted there, because Rashford can play absolutely pants and then win you the game. And I just don't think he'll take him off. Whether it's fair or not that he gets treated differently to people like Anthony Martial, I don't know. But Arsenal are definitely in this game second half more than they were first half. They played against each other in Holland, Mark, says Chris Burney, talking about those. Renate with her stickers. Thanks, Renate. Panam, thanks for the super chat. What are we doing here? Thanks. It's Evan, not even, says Bradley C. Thank you. I don't know how that was a corner. It did look like it was just a bad miss by Cavani, but Pepe, oh, we're in trouble here. Smith Rowe, oh, thank God he messed that up. What are we doing at the back here? Rashford, Bruno, David Luiz nicks his pocket. Got to be careful here. Arsenal on a run. David Luiz, Pepe, David Luiz over the bar. Tell you what, Leno got a touch on it. I couldn't see the Leno touch. I was looking for a defender touch. Arsenal starting to come into this. Half an hour to go. Plenty of time to go. Oh, God. Give me some of this. Give me some. Just a sip. Just a sip. Time for changes, Ollie. Says Wyatt. The game has gone very equal at the moment. I think in the first half I was much more confident of United, winning. I think second half it's gone a bit 50-50. We're trying to pass out from the back, and I think Arteta knows this. We're just fading off a little bit second half. That's not a foul. Fred's furious with that from Michael Oliver. Why do you hate Rashford, says Connor White. Shut up. Rashford is offering absolutely nothing, says MNK Group. Connor, really do shut up. Like, absolutely stupid. And now Maguire's given a free kick on the edge of the box. This is as good a free kick for Arsenal as the free kick that we had with Bruno at the end of the first half. Lacazette doing what Lacazette does there, but it's the same as what Bruno did on the edge of their half. I can't complain about it. It's a soft free kick, but we got one as well. Right on the edge of the box, and to be honest with you, it's perfect for Pepe. Ah! I'm worried about this. Arsenal have got a lot of left footers up and over the wall here. Why don't you put a man on the line? That's what I do on FIFA. I think De Gea's. This is fucking Ward Prowse. This is Ward Prowse all over again. On the bar. Fucking hell. Like, you're just giving them a goal. Like, I think De Gea gives him way too much space. It's not a goal, by the way, but it should have been a bloody goal. Rashford again with a shit pass. That could have been a goal for them. Lindelof, Smith Rowe, saved by De Gea. What a save by De Gea. That was brilliant by De Gea. Smith Rowe gets his shot off. Trying to fucking pass it out from the back. They're pressing us. Good save by De Gea from Smith Rowe there. The free kick. See, David De Gea, he always leaves the wall bit wide open. It's a brilliant free kick, to be fair. I think when you see it in real time. Bollocks. Why does De Gea basically hug the other post and inviting them to score? I know that's what I was sort of saying, Anthony Jury. He does leave that up. But to be honest with you, realistically, that's how it works at football. That's meant to be the side of the wall. Cavani might get booked here. No, he won't. The problem here is Arteta's second half has changed and we haven't. And, Ollie, is he auditioning for a part in the bloody One Direction, the musical? Because he's a bit one-dimensional at the moment. We've not changed our tactics second half. This is high-end football. You've got to adapt. And Arsenal are the better team at the moment. That's better from United. Pogba, come on. Bruno, have a look. Into Rashford. Go on, Rashford. Run at David Luiz. Run at him. For fuck's sake, what are we doing? Shaw, hit it. Oh! Bloody hell. This game's on now. It's game on now. I mean, Rashford here, I don't think it's the right ball. Maybe it was. Lovely by Cavani. That's a lovely cross by Luke Shaw as well. Cavani's the one who's making the run. Bruno. Luke Shaw's got it on the left. Cross is decent. Pogba's got it. Keeper's got it. Bloody hell. Robbo FM says, make some subs, Ollie, your plonker. I like Martial, but is he even playing useless again today? Needs sub like Screenwood or James on ASAP, says Connor Patrick. I'd rather fist myself at Poundland than watch Arsenal beat us, says Panam. Not a nice thought. And why does that... Yeah, okay, we've had that from there. This is going to be 0-0 or 1-0 to somebody, and I can't tell you who's going to win it 1-0 because at the moment it could go either way. I've got to be fair, it could go either way. Need Man United to score. I'm a Spurs fan and my son is Man United to score so my wife can have a good night's sleep, says IKEA. Martial's won it and he's given the free kick. Bruno. I think Bruno and Pogba have played well. I'm sure a lot of people would say that they haven't, but I think second half they've not had a lot of the ball. But I think what Bruno and Pogba have done really well in this game is, I bet if you look at their pass completion rates, they've kept the ball. And I think in a game like this, possession's really important to take the sting out your opposition, keep the ball rotating. If you look at United today, I would guarantee that the players that have given the ball away the most will be the attackers. I think midfield-wise, we've been very good at keeping the ball going and having sustained periods of possession to just play the game at our tempo, which is very good when you're away from home. Fred gets it wide. Van Bissaka, he thought about the cross. Rashford's got it. Rashford does put the cross in, and Luke Shaw will keep that in. Yeah. To Pogba. To Maguire, to Luke Shaw. He wants a pass. Gives it into Bruno, into Martial, in the box. Pogba, give it to Shaw. Now Martial. Cross comes in. Bruno lets it go. Look how high we are up the pitch, though. Arsenal really do park the bus when we get the ball. Why has Ollie not changed anything up? A lot of people in the live comments talking about that. MNK group with the super chat as well. 20 minutes to go. Remember, you can do your player ratings for the match reaction. Every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Luke Shaw's got it on the left-hand side. He's going to run into the box, gives it into Martial. Martial's in the box. Oh, there's not a lot going on. Finds Fred. Don't hit it with your right foot, Fred. Martial. Oh, Arsenal have got so many players back and it's offside. I'll tell you what, I think the problem with this game is that Arsenal have just defended really well. Like, every time we get the ball, they get loads of men behind the ball. They're cutting out the opportunities. I think Donny van der Beek would be perfect in a game like this because it's about pass and move, isn't it? Pass and move. I'd love to... I'm going to write that down for the match reaction. I'd have loved to see Donny on from now. 20 minutes to go. Give him 20 minutes. I wouldn't like to see Dan James in a game like this. They're playing too deep. What's the use of Dan James? We're not hitting them on the break. You know, Juan Mata isn't even on the bench. But no, it's not about pace in a game like this. It's about cleverness. "20 minutes to go in the Power Off Cup." What's the Power Off Cup? Well, if you lose this, you turn your phone off because you get bantered by Arsenal fans until next week. Cavani does well. Why doesn't Martial chase that ball? Here we go. 3 against 3, Arsenal. Smith Rowe. Willian. God, if Arsenal score, it's over. They've defended so well. If they've got a 1-0 lead, they'll be fine. They're on the attack at the moment. Sure, here we go. Passing out from the back. I don't like this. June says that Arsenal deserve to win. Oh, I don't think that. Pogba with the foul. Gets a yellow card as well. Yeah, Luke Shaw's had a very good game. Pogba's saying, why have I been booked for my first tackle? Because Michael Oliver's a prick, basically, Ollie. Pogba. An absolute prick. He's probably done it to add to it. I think Michael Oliver's one of those referees that when he goes home at night, he's got a little book and he ticks off every great player that he's given a yellow card to, and he'll be like that tonight. I've booked Pogba. I've added him to my list. Who would you put Donny in for, says Aditya? Well, you've got 3 options really. You could take Cavani off, you could take Rashford off, or you could take Martial off. And I would play Donny off the right or the left. Yeah, just something a little bit different. I mean, that's a terrible ball by Rashford. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. Go on. I'm becoming less and less confident of a United win here. I mean, obviously, 15 minutes to go, you start to think about the draw. And I did say a draw, didn't I, in the preview? But you do wonder with the longer the game goes on, whether both teams will start to settle for it. But it's not. I mean, a point's not a terrible result for United. I said that in the preview. I don't want to draw, but it's better than losing. And another 0-0 in a game like this, you know, another 0-0, a 0-0 with Man City, 0-0 with Liverpool, 0-0 with Chelsea, 0-0 with Arsenal. 1-0 against. We've not scored against Arteta in 3 games. But I do think we've played more on the front foot in this game. We just haven't created the chances, have we? Seriously, Mark, is Martial afraid of the mud? Can't remember a single tackle from him and it's frustrating. Passion, DNA and an instinct is totally gone, says Emil. Another free kick here and Harry Maguire's going to get booked. To be fair, he could have been. I'm sure Arsenal fans might be saying that's a red card because Lacazette's through on goal. But another free kick here. Player ratings is open on the UnitedStand.com now. Actually, if you want to start voting, mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. It's open on the UnitedStand.com, and I will be. Gone for a corner for Arsenal from the free kick. I'm getting a bit worried as well. Yeah, I am getting a bit worried myself as well. I'll drop the link in the video description for you now. It's another corner for Arsenal here. Sean Finity says, we're still pressing high. Rashford's off his game. Get Donny in the game. This game suits his skills. Cross comes in, headed away. Edge of the box, Bella in. Good block. I think we're starting to tire as well. Arsenal seem to have a little bit more energy than us. Oh, come on. 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Links in the video description for the player ratings. I've just dropped it in for you there. He's still not learning, is he? He's still not learning about these late substitutions. And look, if we win the game, great, but... Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, by the way. United Stand live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 a.m. We've got the fan forum coming up after my match reaction, which will be straight after this game. But with 10, 15 minutes to go, it's 0-0. And United looking at another draw, unless we can find a late winner. Rashford's got it on the right-hand side. Cross coming in now. It's a bad cross. Pogba wins it. It's going to be Leno. And Lacazette. There'll be nothing wrong with Lacazette. There'll be nothing wrong with Lacazette. See, straight up, nothing wrong with him. Ollie's job on the line, learns to make subs at half-time or with 30 to 20 minutes left now. But he feels job is safe. He's happy to settle for a bunch of draws. Disgrace, says Gabriel Noel. This is hideous, lumbering performance, so ponderous and boring, says JB. And any game with Lindelof and McTominay is a guaranteed dud, says Gertchen. Odegaard voted man of the match by Norwegian TV viewers, says Stig. I can't believe he hasn't made any. Well, I can believe he's not made any subs. Oh, here we go, Greenwood. I'd play Pogba on the right wing for creativity again. Van der Beek in the middle for easy or Cavani. Love the show. You're really becoming a friend during the pandemic, says Bjorn. Thanks very much. And Mark, how are AVTV allowed a big get-together during lockdown to watch football? Seems mad to me. They're not the only ones though, Stevie, so I don't know. We don't do it like that, so I'm not really bothered. Amongst other teams' issues, the lack of creativity in our forward line needs to be fixed before we can even think about winning trophies, says Kevin Shields. Is Rashford side netting? What? What is he doing shooting again? And he's off. He's off for Greenwood, and I think that's probably I've got to applaud Ollie there. You know, there's still, 10 minutes. It's not really long enough, but he's had a shit game, Rashford, and he should be taken off. You can't argue with that. He's had a bad game. Take him off. Apparently, we've got more goals by subs this season than anybody else. Well done, Maguire. I actually think Maguire's had quite a good game, you know. It's very stop-start, this game now. Rashford just a light. The hunch. No, I'm not reading that. Ooh, Martial could have been in there. Ollie out. Ollie out? Receding airline bridge, you wish. You wish. Shocked, Ollie actually replaced Rashi, says Will. Oh, here we go, Pepe. Oh! Just wide. Gets it on his left foot. Goes for the bottom corner with the left foot curl. Low. And he just puts it wide. Tell you, this game could go either way now. It really could go either way. I thought he was going to bloody score there. Oh, God. Have we done enough to win this game, really, though? Have they done enough to win this game? I mean, Arsenal fans will probably say they deserve to win it. I don't think either team has actually done enough to win it. I just think if you win it now, you win it, don't you? That's the way football goes. But Odegaard's going to come on. He's going to give him 10 minutes. I think Arsenal are going for this. Sloppy second half. Sloppy second half from United, really. Arsenal probably have just shaded. I think we probably shaded it a bit in the first half. Second half, I'd say Arsenal have shaded this. Zane saying, come on, Arsenal, let's finish them off. I did say if Zane was doing comments in the last few minutes that that might not necessarily be a good sign, but it is 0-0. They're not losing. Lovely ball out wide by Greenwood. There's nobody in the middle for Wan-Bissaka, though. My prediction of 3-2 is not going to happen unless we get a mad 10 minutes. It's not going to happen. United have got the ball, though. Seven minutes of normal time, and then we're into stoppage time. Now it's Bruno. Cross comes in. Oh, Martial should be attacking the front post there. This is the thing about Martial that everyone talks about. Got to be attacking that front post. Well, whoever gets the goal now wins the game, don't they? Simple as that. When will we start holding Ollie and co accountable for what's happening in attack? Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, and Bruno's form in the toilet. I don't. Andrew, I think Bruno's had a good game. I don't. What's Bruno Fernandes meant to do? He's played very deep in this game. His ball retention and movement of the ball has been very good. Like, he's not a striker. But this is the thing, isn't it? It's always the way. If Bruno doesn't score a goal or get a penalty or get an assist, he's had a bad game, apparently. Come on, work harder here, lads. Lacazette's got it. Oh, don't do this to me. Not late on. It's the worst way to lose a game. Best way to win a game, but it's the worst way to lose a game. Let's not go and concede late on. Arsenal on the attack here. 5 minutes to go. Fred misses the tackle. Cross comes in. Maguire heads it away. Are you nervous, everybody? You got your finger near your power off button? That's not a foul. Oh, he's given the foul. Soft. Clever play by Willian. Wins the free kick on the edge of the box. Hassan says never a free kick. Links in the video description for player ratings, I think. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being average. I think Rashford will get a very low score today. Yeah, mark them out of 10, 6 is average. Put a star next to your man of the match and submit your score. And we'll go through that in the player ratings, but there's still time left in this game for a winner. Another free kick for Arsenal. Very far, it's on the edge of the box, but it's right on the far side of the penalty box. A goalkeeper shouldn't be getting beaten from here, but De Gea has been beaten from here before. He does offer up that front post. I think Cedric's going to hit it. Over the bar. Over the bar. It's all right. Oh, come on. Throw into Man United. I mean, part of me now is just like, I can't see us getting anything out of this game now. We've done too much of this game as well. Too much passing out from the back. In the first half, it worked really, really well, but you can tell that Arteta has woken up to it. Martial, crap ball. Pogba, go wide. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at Lacazette. He's a diving shit. He really is. I said this to Robbie. He's such a fucking diver. Luke Shaw's got it, though. Now Martial. 3 minutes to go. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 973,000. Well, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers, hopefully. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. It takes one click to do it, free. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 a.m. We've got the match reaction straight after and the fan forum. Wan-Bissaka with the cross. What a miss. And who missed it? Cavani. Fucking hell. Is it Cavani or is Martial and Cavani gone for the same ball? Cross comes in from Wan-Bissaka. Cavani. Martial was right behind him. Fucking hell. That's the chance, that is. Trouble is, Martial could have ran behind Cavani with a tannoy there. He could have had a big cone going, I've got it! And he wouldn't have left it. Ollie Copsey. If you know, you know, Ollie. Yeah, I think we're heading towards a draw, aren't we? You could say Cavani's missed two sitters today. You know, he won't get a bad score by you lot in the player ratings because he's ran around a lot. But has Cavani had a good game today? Really? He's had 2 chances. He's not scored them. Both in the 6-yard box. Come on, press Leno, press him. Maguire, get up. Harry, get up. We've only got a minute left. Fucking hell. A draw's boring, isn't it? It doesn't do anything for anybody. Piss off. There's only 3 minutes added on as well. Well, Maguire's probably hurt himself, actually. Oh, he's got him right. Actually, he's got him right in the small of the back, Lacazette. There's nothing wrong with Lacazette. There'll be nothing wrong with Lacazette. He's the biggest fucking diver in the world. It's Tom Daly's mate. There'll be nothing wrong with Lacazette, I'm telling you. He dives all the time. Oh, Arteta, shut up. Lego head. We've got about 3 minutes left in this game, so we're looking like we're heading towards. Well, is it a disappointing draw? You hype yourself up for the game. You know, I've been pumped up more than a Lilo throughout the game, and have we really had those moments that we wanted from the game? Man City are the victors here. They're just skipping away with the title, I'm afraid. I don't know what the league table looks like, actually. Let's have a look. Man City 44, United would be on 41, but they'd have a game in hand, so they can go 6 points clear with their game in hand. So, to be honest with you, Lacazette does look like he's injured, which is a bit of a turn up for the books because he normally dives. This team overachieved and ownership saw a chance not to spend and took it. There is still not enough competition for places in this club, says Navy Guy 712. At least Neymar is world class. Lacazette is a diver and also crap, says Road to Dawn. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We may as well kill a bit of time whilst we're waiting for Lacazette to get up. We will have 3 more minutes to go, but part of me feels just blow the fucking whistle. It's always disappointing. It's always disappointing. But we're having too many of these now, aren't we? Lacazette's probably is quite bad, I think. Remember, you can do your player ratings. Links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. Put a star next to your man of the match. We'll go through that in my match reaction in a moment. Lacazette is actually injured. He's gone off. So the boy who cried wolf, really. You dive around enough, and actually, when you do get injured, no one thinks you are injured. But he has gone off. So Lindelof switches the play. Martial wins the throw. Come on, United. Do something. Bruno. Cavani. Fred. What the fucking hell was that by Fred? Why is Fred shooting from 30 yards out? Fuck off. When have you ever scored from 30 yards out? It's the last fucking few minutes. Keep the ball and play it out and move it out to the wide and put a proper bloody cross in. Shooting from 30 yards out when you're Fred. That sums up the bloody game, that does. Pratt. Absolute Pratt. Keep the bloody ball. Give them a court. They just basically give them the ball back. That's just not thinking. Told you before the game, Shaw man of the match. Took in too much, but saved us because of that 2 times as well. Love the show. Says Bjorn, thank you very much. My opinion after the game, we need Sancho big time, says Thomas. And embarrassing result, Arsenal's 3 best players isn't even on the pitch, says Lallana's in pyjamas. Negative tactics, should have seen this coming, says Jin K. I'll talk about it in the match reaction. I've taken a few notes anyway, but as soon as the team was picked, 0-0 was the score. Because that was the way Ollie went into the game. And look, he can say we tried our best and it didn't work out. You sent a team out not to get beat. The same as you did against Chelsea, the same as you did against Man City 3 weeks ago, the same as you did against Liverpool 2 weeks ago. You know, the same questions will be asked again. Did Bruno have a good game? No. Did we play deep defensive? Yes. Was it another 0-0? Yes. You know, it's the same old shit all the time. Against these traditional top 6 sides, we don't seem to want to attack. It's all very laboured. It's all, you know. That's it. That should be about it now. Ref's going to blow his whistle. Fucking shite. 1 point from 6. Disappointing. It's just disappointing. I mean, look, it's disappointing. It is disappointing because we haven't done enough to win that game. We haven't done enough to win that game. And there's a lot of things I've written down about it. It's a good point for Arsenal. Ref blows the whistle. Fuck off. Boring shit game from another boring performance from United with boring tactics. And basically, Ollie should be auditioning for One Direction because he's one-dimensional. You know, he didn't change it. Arteta changed it at half-time. And Arsenal got hold of the game. We couldn't get hold of the game in the second half. Had the better chances to win it. But certainly, you know, considering the players that Arsenal have got out, you'd expect better from Manchester United in that, really. It's not a bad result. It's a disappointing result because we've taken 1 point from 6. But that team needs a lot of work on it. We're a long way off from where we need to be. We're certainly not title contenders anyway, and I think that's been put to bed. But that's disappointing. It's disappointing, that is, because Arsenal haven't got Aubameyang, they haven't got Saka, they haven't got Tierney. We've got no excuses. We've got our best players out there and we still can't create chances. Anyway, do your player ratings. Links in the video description for that. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Put your man of the match there. We'll go through that in a couple of minutes. I'm going to be live with my match reaction in a couple of minutes as well. Lots to talk about. Did we play high up the pitch? Did we play well enough to get a result? Does Solskjaer take the blame for that? Is it a good point? Let's have a chat about it. I'll be live in a couple of minutes on the match reaction. Do your player ratings in the meantime. Links are in the video description for both. And make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. What's the point of keeping a manager that you know is going to win anything? Key players are just going to leave or get old, says Barry.